a bunch of men who like to participate in the lollipop kid on other men, and women who like the carpet munch. Kamala Harris was nothing but a stew pot of pigeon pussy that was passed around to every man in California until she got where she wanted to be. Men, real men, God-fearing real men don't like the gay shit. You're born with nuts in a penis and you so damn sorry that you got to go play against girls, then it's a mental illness. You can't get nothing out of digging in another man's ass with your penis. He gave the gay people, he gave them a discount on batteries for their dildos. We don't talk about the men running around the White House with the thongs on, popping their bussies, popping and twerking, and Joe Biden out there slapping them on the ass. He is standing at the gate like, Mom, is that a dick? Shit right here, because it affects your kids, your grandkids, and your kids' kids, and it's going to affect. By 2050, everybody gonna be walking around with strap-ons. All the women gonna have strap-ons on, walking around. They said, the man said Michelle Obama's a man. Well, goddamn it, I feel like this. Michelle Obama should come out and pull her dress up and show everybody ain't no balls under there. And so now you got these lavender fucking marriages of relationships and then they even want the gay men to get them pregnant. They want to have babies by the gay man. So then the gay man can go and have sex with his boyfriend on Thanksgiving, get corn and dressing all over his penis. Then he could come in and put his penis in you and get you pregnant. JT, they sucking hemorrhoids. Bitch. Last time. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you.
We don't like nobody, we just bangers. It's you for tonight, might wake up famous. Never know where life might take us. Fell in love at the long walks with danger. Bad days look small against the journey. Quarter after quarter, nights 3, I'm on my curry. Even my lows golden, state never worried. Up for the race, well dressed, came derby. And I'm going back to back like some twins. Back to back, bad boy pistons. Discipline and self-love, your time thin. Right amount in hand might make it expand. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. When it get rough, it don't be anybody else. You ain't felt the hit until you fighting with your health. Years are the richest, please bless me with your wealth. God, I need this like I need to breathe. Don't make me choose this, could you, Steve? I know you feel the light, let me be. My life, my life. Let me when you get too bright, don't you be afraid of all this God in me, all this God in me. Baby, that's God in me. Look at all this God in me. My body can heal anything. I am the candidate for the revelation of wholeness. I'm willing for my body temple to up level to complete healing and wholeness every single day, getting better day by day. I am love. I am kindness. I am of God. I produce happiness. I release toxins. I am covered with protection and peace. My God, I just couldn't see what I had. Say how many my bads does it take to get to the healing of the impact? Tried it over and over again until I started to unpack. Had nowhere to go, back to the wall, all my trauma thumbtack. Had to bust back. It was me, God, the strength behind Shadow work went overtime like a 9 to 5. Put myself on the line for every time there wasn't a line. Bad habits had me living in years of rewind. God, I need this like I need to breathe. Don't make me choose this, could you see? I know you feel the light, let me be. My light, my light. Let me it might get too bright, don't you be afraid of all this God in me, all this God in me. Baby, that's God in me. Look at all this God in me. Let me
for the team, took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free, free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity, I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I'll still live through technology. After the sun, then comes the rain. And after the storm, the sun will start shining. Blood, tears of pain, and tears of pain. Your destiny will manifest, yes, forwards in the sea.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's your dude BubzDaGawd here with yet another live for you all on this Tuesday. I believe, is it Tuesday? Yes, it is. What's going on, y'all? It's Tuesday. Decided to come through with a live for you all. It's been a minute. Hopefully this live will not be too long. You know, when it comes to unpacking things, baby, I like to take my time. I don't like to rush, and this should be so damn complex that one live, a hour and some change ain't gonna really do it service, do it justice. But because we've been speaking on this individual for a while now, baby, y'all should already know what the fuck it gives. Okay. But hopefully, again, we won't be here too long. I have a project that I'm working on. It's not a big one. It's not a big one. Not a big one. Baby, no shade. Blame it on the dress when I have to take a back seat, girl. Because I've been having some conversations with myself about the quality of how it is. And eventually, I will put it out, baby. But my heart, spirit, and soul is just not in it in reference to how it was done. It felt very rushed for me. Despite all of the planning, I had one day to get everything done. It just didn't hit right. It's not my best achievement. It's not my best accomplishment. Okay, my greatest, latest inspiration. I will again be dropping it, but I don't know when. Okay, I'm just going to be all the way a thou wow with you. But I have a project again that I'm working on that I will be dropping by the end of this weekend, hopefully, because I'm trying some new stuff, baby. It's a learning curve. I'm trying to upgrade my stuff. Okay, no shade, so y'all gonna have to work with me. But I figured, hey, let me come through with the live really quickly to kind of just, you know, touch bases with you guys and to continue these conversations. Now, before we get into the video, and I'm gonna become visual in a second, but before we get into the video, you know we have to do the smart thing. So with that being said, let me pull it up. Boom. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All the videos, songs, images, and graphics used in this live belong to their respective owners, and BubzDaGawd does not claim any right over them. I'm just giving commentary about what it is being shared publicly, okay? No shade. Anyway, boom, boom, boom. What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody doing well. Again, the strain for tonight, girl, it's called Lemon Drop. Okay, Lemon Drop from Good Life Infusions, girl. Do you see it? Do you see it? Can you see it? No, you can't. But baby, it's called Lemon Drop. Okay, the THC level on this mug is 36.915%, so close to 37%. No shade, I'm going to be finishing up this Swisher blunt that I got, okay? The flavor is called Tropical Bash. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I'm manifesting Amir Odom, okay, advertisements, girl, and sponsors. No shade, because I think we're going to need a little bit of the herb to help get us through some of this stuff. No shade, no shade. Now, with this particular video, it's going to be kind of interesting. Amir Odom, again, as we've been doing commentary over the past few years on Amir's commentary, this particular video that we're going to review tonight is in one area where it's like, okay, this is the most gray, this is the most middle ground that he has ever been in any of his commentaries. Because now he is talking about experiences that within the Black community we all know about. Not just those who are queer like myself and Amir, but for those who uphold the systematic expression of queerphobia. So again, we're in a very gray area space, and I will let y'all be the judge on how deep Amir gets in the gray area space, because Amir says that his platform is a platform where they can have real, honest conversations and dialogue. We're going to review tonight and see how Amir navigates that experience. And yes, I will be bringing race into the situation as well. Because again, racism and queerphobia all reside from the same energy, which is fear. False evidence appearing real. Racism, false evidence appearing real. You're believing stereotypes about said groups of people, but then feel some type of way when those people do it to you and call it reverse racism. Well, there would be no reverse racism if there was nothing there to reverse in the first fucking place. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you? Same thing with homophobia. People fear what they do not understand, and they hate what they fear. And tonight we're going to see if Amir accomplishes that. I'm just here to offer context and nuance. And Amir, if you happen to watch this live, I'm pretty sure you're not. I'm pretty sure you label me as a hater. That's your interpretation. But if you happen to watch this particular live, we want Jamal. We've seen enough of Amir. Where is Jamal at? When you talking about Black issues, nigga, we need Jamal. Okay? So I'm going to give Amir his 10s where he deserves it. But I'm also not going to let go of the fact that, Miss Mamas, you're missing the bigger picture. You're in the area where you can see the bigger picture. You're in the area where there's so much untapped. I ain't even say untapped. Maybe untapped by the masses. But there is this gray area of nothing but information. You have ground news. Don't really be using that. Like, this is the time for you to really show us how this is done. You're almost at 1 million subscribers. Whether you want to or not, sir, you are seen as a leader, and that shouldn't be a surprise because, again, as you stated, you were invited by way of Brandon Tatum to the White House to participate in the Youth Black Leadership Summit. So now you are a leader. which means you have a certain level of accountability and responsibility on your shoulders, whether you want to or not. And again, you are black and you are gay, which I guess on the surface level gives you access to have the conversations, but it don't give you access to be on the stage having the conversations, maybe in the audience listening, because you are not equipped to have these conversations in depth. You're maybe great at getting things together and like starting conversations, but as far as exploring them, you do a piss poor ass job. And as the title reads, a broken clock usually is right twice a day, but in this instance, it's one. So anyway, let me shut the hell up and let's get in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hope all is well. Glad to have you in the building. Share your thoughts, whether you agree, disagree. I don't give a damn. If you a troll, I don't care. This is the internet. It's not regulated. All type of people are gonna come through. Only thing that I'm looking for is the information. Only thing I'm looking for is the education. All I'm looking for is how do we also apply this practically so we can change our reality and not sit up here and talk shit about it just to make a buck, as if though that's going to save us. So share your thoughts. This channel is not an echo chamber. Is this a safe space? Yes. But it's also a space to prepare yourself for the world and what's to come. Because we in a very fucked up place as Americans today. No shade. And Amir does not understand that and does not see that, or shall I say, is too afraid to see that. Because when he ends his videos with, I don't care who this is for, I don't know who this is for, but if you're going through something, it's called going through it for a reason. That seems like more of a projection than there is an affirmation. And we're going to see. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. And if you knew the BubzDaGawd, girl, I stutter. I put words together, girl, I smoke. I'm not perfect, nor do I claim to be perfect. But at least I'm doing my due deals. And if I'm wrong, and you're watching this, you are obligated to educate me if I'm wrong. I'm not beyond reproach. I don't act like I know everything because I don't. And whatever happens with my ego, I have to deal with that. That's my own personal work. That's my own personal experience. I'll deal with it. But besides all that, girl, educate me. Because I'm going to share what I know. No shade. So with that being said, let me shut the hell up. Okay. Let me change my music to the different instrumentals. Make sure y'all, do I want this one? Yes. Make sure y'all check out Yell Gully. The song that played in the beginning of this live is called God in Me. Her latest creation, baby. I was in the back smoking my shit and doing this shit, girl. Like, that song gets me hyped. Dope ass artist, conscious artist. Amazing, and makes like soundtrack music. Like, girl, this ain't just something you play on a radio, bitch. This is something that gets residual checks, bitch. Mechanical royalties, girl, because it's been in so many movies and placements. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So all the instrumentals you'll be hearing thus far, you'll be hearing thus far until the end of the live is from Yell Gully. That's YALEGULLEY. Anyway, let's get into the motherfucking video, girl. This is Amir Odom and Black Community and Homophobia. Interesting.
As someone who's black and gay, this conversation has been around my entire life. I've heard all of the jokes, the masculinity debates, I've heard it all, and I've experienced a lot of it. So today we're gonna react to a lot of these clips, opinions, hear perspectives from both sides, and really get to the bottom of this and understand why the black community is seen as often like the most homophobic, and if there's any truth to this, which a lot of first-hand experience, yeah, but regardless, let's get right into this video. And before we do, I have to note that you're not alone for thinking the way that you do. So if you like this type of honest, real commentary, be sure to subscribe, and let's dive right into this video.
Homophobic black people treat gay people the way racist white people treat black people. And it
Now we'll be pausing. No shade. So if you want to hear the commentary without me breaking it up, the link's down below, baby. I got to educate. He said something very important. Homophobia is like racist white people towards black people. That's why I said earlier that it's all the same energy source. Let's listen to how Amir interprets that.
really just made me levitate because of how true and how
Yeah.
factual that is, just in my experience.
Yeah, that's very true. The same way there are just really bigoted, racist white people out there that judge a black person no matter what. There's no such thing as like a tolerable black, just anybody that has brown skin, they're like ill, disgust. Those type of people that exist the same way for black people and how they treat other black gay people in the community. Just pure disgust. Just I don't want to be around you. Ill, you're disgusting. And a lot of that, again, it can be a little anecdotal, but it's my lived experience, his lived experience, a lot of lived experience that we're gonna go through in this video. It's something we face. And it's weird because I'm not one to sit here and like call myself this mega victim and oh, I'm black and gay in America and woe is me, double oppressed, like how I used to be. But I'm also acknowledge that there is some truth to that. That yeah, in my life, I will come across somebody that is extremely racist and homophobic. And I'm gonna come across people that are just racist. I'm gonna come across people who are just homophobic, and then everywhere in between. It's a weird spot to live in. Now, I'm not gonna have that prevent me from being the best version of myself that I know I can be. Nothing's gonna stop me from being the best version I can be. I'm always gonna be motivated, determined, and you can't knock that from me, ever. But I will acknowledge that this is an experience that I have gone through and will continue going through. And it is one that is it's just interesting because you would think some black people, when they experience racism, they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be bigoted towards other people, but they still are. You would think that'd be a learning experience for some black people in the community, but unfortunately it's not. And I hope that someone out there right now, if you are someone that is both black and gay, you don't let that prevent you from being who you wish to be. Because when I, like back in 2014, 15, 16, hell, even pretty much growing up until that point, I always felt like I had a double target on my back living in America. That, wow, I'm black in America, I have it so bad, and I'm gay in America, I have it so bad, when in reality, the only way I had it that bad is my mental state. Are there things I'm going to have to fight through? Maybe because I am black, maybe because I am gay, yeah. But there's things everybody's going to have to fight through, and no matter what, as long as I'm focusing on me and only me, I can achieve whatever I set my heart out to achieve. I can do that, and I know I will, and I have. You don't have to lock yourself up in this box of, oh, you're black, you have to be the type of version of a black person. Oh, you're gay, you have to be this version of a gay person. No, just be you. Be you, have integrity, be an upstanding citizen, and go about your day, and you will succeed. But don't let any homophobia or racism that comes your way stop you from achieving your dreams. Just don't let that happen.
Now, a part of me kind of want to go back and like dissect that more, but I kind of want to say this before I do that, because this is my third time hearing this commentary from Amir. Everything that you said, especially if it's somebody that happens to watch your video for the first time, it sounds like you talking that real good shit. No shade. It sounds like you're aware, you're conscious, you know what's going on. But when you look at the other content that you have made, especially when it comes down to queer people, excuse me, everything that you're stating as far as just be you and walking your truth and who fucking cares and don't let nobody stop you from achieving the dreams that you want, you're literally doing that to the trans community. Your commentary is literally weaponized by people on the right to deny trans people's experiences. So even though, and the crazy part is that, what do you think your commentary has been doing for black people? The last video we reviewed about the black community and the black on black crime situation, you're not objectively or genuinely, shall I say, concerned. You're not genuinely aware of what's going on and want to use your resources to be able to help the people in need, because your ass moved the fuck up out the hood, or probably never lived in the hood to begin with, and lived in the suburbs. Now, no shade, I grew up in the hood, I now live in the suburbs, so I understand all that, but I haven't forgotten where the fuck I came from. And instead of allowing the hurt and pain of what these people did to me to still harm me today, to where my ass is not sitting here like you being weaponized by a party that also wants to get rid of your ass too. I had to stop, girl, because I was going somewhere and it was not going to be nice. This is what I mean by performative. He is over here talking about the symptoms, but is not trying to inquire at all on how to remedy what the hell is going on genuinely. And the only way you can do that is by getting to the root issue, not just treating the symptom. Because when you treat the symptom, the shit you're treating the symptom with ends up producing another symptom, just like it does with pharmaceuticals. We're talking about to getting at the actual root of how all this shit started, how it came about. And yes, just like Amir Odom, I have been talked about, I've been lied on, cheated, talked about, I mistreated, I've been used, I've been all around the world, I from my own people, beating my ass, sneaking me, choking me out, using the Bible to demonize me, to the point to where I wanted to take my own life. The same situation, the same pipeline that Amir Odom also went through, and luckily for both Amir and myself, we were able to survive that. Imagine all the children that's getting ready to go through the same onslaught that we went through and not survive, despite all the information. And it's like, Amir, bruh, this is the perfect time for you to get in your gray area bag, but if you do, you're gonna lose out on your conservative one. And at this point, since you are almost at 1 million subscribers, and you are seen as an oracle or a source or a hub for information about the queer experience of what's going on the real inside shit that nobody talks about on that side because they're too scared. Like, girl, you're gonna have to be objectively honest. And I'm sorry, your perspective about a lot of things, especially the Black community and the queer community, is skewed. And your viewpoint is through the lens of pain. And your viewpoint is through the lens of trauma, which is why despite you claim that you better and all this other type of shit, you're going to literally admit in this video how some shit that happened during elementary to high school, girl, still triggers you to this day. But there shouldn't be no trigger there because you're the one that made it to the other side. Like you said, you were the one who believed that there was a target on your back, that you were a double minority in America, and that you're the one that actually went through the motherfucking fire, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat, drop down your balls. You did all of that and you made it to the other side. So why are you not educating other people on how to do that? Why are you not showing others how to do that? And why do you also give Freudian slips where we see past the mask of Amir and see Jamal? That's who we want to talk to. Because Jamal, your middle name in real life, right? I want to talk to Jamal. No shade. I want to go back a little bit and dissect what he said, because he said a lot in that, and I wanted to kind of unpack that a little bit. No shade. And again, we're going to be here for a minute. Not too long, because I still got shit to do. No shade, but anyway, let's get in.
There are just really bigoted, racist white people out there that judge a Black person no matter what. There's no such thing as like a tolerable Black, just anybody that has brown skin, they're like ill, disgust. Those type of people that exist the same way for Black people and how they treat other Black gay people in the community. Just pure disgust, just, oh, I don't want to be around you, ill, you're disgusting. And a lot of that, again, it can be a little anecdotal, but it's my lived experience, his lived experience, a lot of lived experience that we're gonna go through in this video. It's something we face. And it's weird because I'm not one to sit here and like call myself this mega victim and, oh, I'm Black and gay in America and woe is me, double oppressed, like how I used to be. But I'm also acknowledge that there is some truth to that.
So let's continue to honor that truth. You have to push yourself despite all of the roadblocks in front of you, despite all of the prejudice in front of you that you experienced, that you almost didn't survive. Despite all that, yes, you have to push yourself, which is why a lot of queer people are still here, because we've done that. But the goal is to not to keep doing that, but to actually live and thrive instead of survive. To live and thrive instead of survive. And a lot of us been put into a survival state, which is why you're doing the best you can to say that you're a normal gay. Even though be who you, like you said, be who you want to be. I don't care who you are. Do what you want to do. I don't care. But then you do and have commentary about people who do just that and call them weird and say that they're fucking up the fabric of society and they're the ones going after children and they're the ones who are mentally ill. So which one is it going to be? Because at the end of the day, The homophobia is rising, and you're stating that queer people walking in their truth and not being quiet and actually getting a slice of the motherfucking pie of life without their permission. That's the response we're dealing with right now. That's why they're having all this stuff happen right now. All these conversations are happening right now. Why you're so important in their plans right now, Amir. You're the one being used. And like I said, I need for Amir to offer solutions. We in a place now where it just don't talk about shit, offer solutions. If I had the resource, I do all I can with what I have right now. I'm on the up and up, but I'm not where he is, nowhere near. But since he, again, went to the Youth Black Leadership Summit with Trump and them, where they cosplayed at niggas at night and played dominoes and shit, and was able to do nigga shit without going to nigga jail. Okay, and listen to the nigga music without going to nigga jail. Girl, since y'all are now leaders and y'all about to be in y'all in leadership positions, as far as the subscribers you have, there is more accountability that's placed on you. And as a person who is a part of the queer community, who also listens to commentary from queer people, regardless of where they are on the side of the spectrum, on side of the fence, I'm gonna call some shit out. And if I'm wrong, then you are the one that's supposed to be able to correct everybody about how they're wrong and educate them further and teach them so they don't end up being ignorant ever again. But we're going to see if Amir is going to do that again in this video.
That, yeah, in my life, I will come across somebody that is extremely racist and homophobic. And I'm gonna come across people that are just racist. I'm gonna come across people who are just homophobic, and then everywhere in between. It's a weird spot to live in. Now, I'm not gonna have that prevent me from being the best version of myself that I know I can be. Nothing's gonna stop me from being the best version I can be. I'm always gonna be motivated, determined, and you can't knock that from me.
Oh, and then so when the trans people do that, and say, fuck it, I'm going to live my life the way I want to, whether you agree or not. I'm going to get to the coin, whether you agree that I deserve it or not. Then they create laws and put things in place to prevent them from doing just that. Again, like, I guess if I was getting paid like Amir, I wouldn't be remembering what the hell I said either, because whatever I say, they gonna run with it any damn way, so I might as well just get a bag from it. Which is why, again, Amir Odom, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, these individuals are performers. These are shucking and jiving ass niggas, girl, who getting compensated for that. They're not having conversations with black people on the other side for real, because they know they can't, because the ancestors will whoop their asses. The ancestors will fuck with their egos. See, he not gonna sit down with, hey, even though she not perfect, girl, ain't nobody perfect. That's why you take some shit from people and let's make this shit work, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna have 100% the right thing, girl. You gonna have some shit, we gonna have some shit, they gonna have some shit, they gonna have some shit. Let's bring it all together and make it fucking work, because the truth is in all of that. But I wanna see Amir sit down with Amanda Seals or Don Lemon. They both have white husbands. So hell, that's something you can start off with. Don't worry, I'm not going to judge you, because you know I like white cock too. But shout out to my man. It's a see how the universe works. How, again, like you said, you're going through it for a reason. Okay, then, well, you also have opportunities to have these conversations on a grander scale. And you can show us what going through it looks like, Amir, because that adds more validity to what you're talking about. Because you're not just on the outskirts looking at the shit and just reporting the shit. You actually become the living witness and testimony of it. And if you were to do that, that might actually strengthen your side, because now it shows that, yeah, I'm willing to have conversations with people on the other side, outside of Jubilee. I would love to see Amir Odom have a conversation with a Hope Giselle. Even though y'all say what y'all want to say about Hope Giselle, bitch, I still love the bitch. No shade, girl. I'ma still love her. I love her. She's still amazing. She's wonderful. And I want to meet her one day. She ain't still no shit. He's not going to sit down with these people because the truth is going to come out and it's not going to be on his side. We saw that when he sat down with Mason when they were talking about the whole trans situation on the Ellen Fisher podcast. He forgot some of his own talking points from his videos that he brought up. Well, we can use this instead. And then when the time came for you to actually bring that shit up as an excellent motherfucking thing, you didn't do that because, again, the things that you offered still supports queerness in some way. And the people that you work for, that make sure that you get the bad girl, want to make sure your commentary removes as much as possible. So that when the time comes for them to come after you, you won't have a community there to help you. Because you also participated in sending them on to glory. And I know people say, oh, well, you're in America. That'll never happen in America. You need to be glad that you're not over in Africa and stuff, which there will be a live coming pretty soon after I get this project out, girl, because I need to work this shit out, girl. I'm working on borrowed time. But it's like, girl, there's so much context and nuance, and Amir doesn't have any of that. He doesn't educate at all. At all. And this is not me being hateful at all. I can hear people saying, oh, well, you hateful. Almost ever since you dropped that video and say, you've been doing your lives on him. Everything he say about getting queer, you review. Well, girl, if you actually watch my content, he not the first, nor will he be the last, girl. It's a bunch of heterosexual fupa having ass niggas, girl, that still pressed at me because I had my foot on their necks for years because that was a lot of neck. And I would be a fool to get out here and to not believe that as I continue to grow, that there won't be people who won't have a foot on my motherfucking neck. But if you're going to have your foot on my neck, it needs to be a constructive one, baby. And no shade. I already got a motherfucking Pai Mei ass, motherfucking Kill Bill, the real Kill Bill, goddamn, the daddy from Baki Honma, the goddamn samurai version, girl, all these damn powerful ass people, girl, in my corner. I got people that hold me accountable and don't give a fuck about my ego. But he's putting this information out publicly as if though it's fact. And he never fact checked himself. Didn't your teachers tell you that before your ass submitted a quiz or a test or a paper that you review your shit to make sure that you on point before you send it to me? Because once you submit it to me and I put my eyes on it, I'm going to correct this down. So to make sure that you pass, you're going to have to double check your work. Because when you double check your work, that really shows that you care. And one thing about BubzDaGawd is that before I get up here, I ain't do it today, girl, because I've done plenty of commentary about black homophobia, girl. This is just me giving my critique and analysis on how he does it. Check my rap sheet, bitch, on YouTube. I've been doing it. Don't have to have the numbers, girl. I got the talent and the gift. All that shit gonna come later. And I'm glad it's coming later because now I'm refining myself now so that when that shit does happen, girl, I won't be like Amir Odom and just use it in a very piss poor ass way. I'ma use it with intention. Cause it's bigger than just me.
Ever. But I will acknowledge that this is an experience that I have gone through and will continue going through.
Okay.
And it is one that is it's just interesting because you would think some black people, when they experience racism, they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be bigoted towards other people, but they still are.
But according to you, racism is not the issue. It's black people who got the issue with white people. According to you, it's not, white people are not racist to black people. According to you, that's not happening at large. It's the black people now who's projecting. It's the black people now who's doing the reverse racism. It's the black people now that's making white people feel bad to be white in America. It's the black people. It's the black people. So using your own logic, how would they learn and understand that they're the white man in some instances in the black community when it comes down to homophobia in the same energy? Well, you don't even understand or know why that is even the case, which we're going to get into later. Like, again, this is so nuanced to where it's like, Amir, you can go here, but you can't go here alone, pimping. You're going to have more black people on your show, your podcast, to talk about this in a nuanced way. And not just your conservative buddies where it's going to be easy. I'm talking about adding somebody in the mix, girl, who is still black and queer, but able to give you the other side so we can really get off into it. If that is what you're saying that you want to do, or that's what your goal is.
You would think that'd be a learning experience for some black people in the community, but unfortunately, it's not. And I hope that someone out there right now, if you are someone that is both black and gay, you don't let that prevent you from being who you wish to be. Because when I, like back in 2014, 15, 16, hell, even pretty much growing up until that point, I always felt like I had a double target on my back living in America. That, wow, I'm black in America, I have it so bad, and I'm gay in America, I have it so bad, when in reality, the only way I had it that bad is my mental state. Are there things I'm going to have to fight through? Maybe because I am black, maybe because I am gay, yeah. But there's things everybody's going to have to fight through, and no matter what, as long as I'm focusing on me and only me, I can achieve whatever I set my heart out to achieve.
Now,
I can do that, and I know I will, and I have. You don't.
Okay, and to that point, we're grateful that you were able to get to that point, even though we know you struggle at times, because we all human and we all be struggling at times. Look at what the fuck we're all dealing with as Americans right now. Look at what you have to deal with right now, even though you're the normal black person, gay person. And when you talk about the mindset, let's talk about the mindset. You were just like a lot of black queer people. You were around or in a space that was religious, or that was this fake ass Timu Hotep shit that created those environments, that strengthened those environments, that reminded people in those environments who were the ones that were favorable and the ones that weren't. And how many times were you put in the weren't category until you moved and was able to go to a school that was predominantly white, I'm assuming, where you were able to be yourself. Because again, Miss Mama, you floated out the closet with glitter coming out your ass, Miss Mama. It's okay, girl. You was able to walk in your truth finally, because you almost died because of it. And self-harm, self-inflicted deletion as well. You were going to take your life, just like how I was going to take my life when I was going through my shit as well as a child. So what did you do to be able to deal with that as an adult? Do you go to therapy? What is that like? We gotta get all up in your business, girl, but what does the practices look like, girl? What does the day-to-day in the life of Amir Odom look like, girl, to where it's like, bitch, y'all, I'm stressed out today, girl. You see I'm crying, girl. You see I'm going through it, girl. Girl, I had to motherfucking light my shit, bitch, because Amir smoke weed, bitch, and any motherfucker that smoke weed, girl, is gonna always gonna have a little bit of flack with me, girl, as far as I'm gonna give you a little bit of it, girl, because this is a great icebreaker, bitch. But being like, girl, girl, I'm going through it. Girl, I messed it. Girl, I'm fucking up. Girl, I'm just... Show us what that process looks like. Excuse me. Show us what that process looks like. In reference to, even though I'm going through this shit right now, let me show you how to go through it. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what the healing process looks like. Let me show you what the turning the quote-unquote pseudo-victim mindset that you're saying black people just are plagued with. They create this shit themselves. They're the one causing the problems or whatever. Let me show you how to change the way you think about yourself so that you can produce some shit and stun on these hoes in spirit and truth. Fuck material shit. But you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Or if you are, girl, you can't hide that shit behind a paywall. We're talking about changing people's lives. I'm pretty sure you have people that message you all the time. Oh my God, Amir, you didn't save my life. Oh, Amir, your commentary just helped change the way I thought about shit. Just, oh my God, oh my. Okay, girl, your job is to persuade the other people who are asking for you to show shit. Because again, I operate in spirit and truth as much as I possibly can. I still got ego, which is going to make it difficult, girl, but this is the process. So I'm going to operate in that spirit and truth. If Amir was to come through with some shit that was so motherfucking objective, girl, completely 100% objective, and it's possible, girl, I will sit up there and I will give him his automatic 10s because now you have proven something. Again, I want y'all to show me and let me know if Amir proves anything in this commentary. Because now this video that he's speaking on about homophobia in the black community, girl, allows him into the gate to have the conversation, girl. But we still a little iffy about you yourself. Because again, for the people that you're aligned with and the people who weaponize your words, I don't hear liberals weaponizing your word. I don't hear liberals using your words against queer people. I see more so white, Republican, or conservative people using your perspective against the queer community and the black community. Baby, if I look at all the comments on that video, you're telling me there's going to be more black people there than there are white? Oh, wow. Okay.
Have to lock yourself up in this box of, oh, you're black, you have to be the type of version of a black person. Oh, you're gay, you have to be this version of a gay person.
Hey,
no, just
Deshaun,
be you. Have integrity, be an upstanding citizen, and go about your day, and you will succeed. But don't let any homophobia or racism that comes your way stop you from achieving your dreams. Just don't let that happen.
I believe.
Don't let it happen, which means if you trans, bitch, go use that bathroom, bitch. Girl, if you motherfucking want to be called Sparkle, bitch, these hoes may not get it, girl, but the universe gonna send you some people who gonna call you Sparkle, Sparkle, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. They gonna honor who you are. Live your truth for real. Not in the way that Amir wants you to. This very quiet way. That works for him. Just because it works for him does not mean it works for everybody else. So walk in your truth. It's your truth. It's your life. It's your experience. And you know what the hell going on with you. So deal with your own ish. And on top of that, let me know again in the comments. If y'all coming in, if I'm wrong, say something. Don't just watch. Say something. And I'm talking about the people who disagree. I'm talking about the people who can see my blind spots. Help a nigga out. I don't just do my commentary to educate. I also do my commentary to learn, because there may be some things that I'm unaware of that may be brought into my awareness that will actually help me in how I view everything, and to contribute, you know, at a better rate than what I'm doing now. And it's crazy. As a nigga who does his research, and I talk to other people who claim to do their research, and no shade, my research be our research and their research, I haven't met people who've been able to help me who think on the other side. The only person that's close to that was Boss Man. And Boss Man more of an ally than a lot of these other niggas have ever been. No shade. What you say, Deshaun? Also, there was an anti-gay pastor that was harassing a gay man. The gay man had to punch him. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And I will say this, too. There's a documentary that we're probably going to watch sometime later on this weekend, or maybe next week, because I'm working on this little project thing. I'm on, again, borrowed time. And it's a documentary entitled God Loves Uganda. And it speaks more about how, again, homophobia, queerphobia, transphobia was an import from European religion, i.e. Christianity. And what they say over here in America, they have said and accomplished over there in those areas. It's the same language that, girl. Anyway, let's continue. Heterosexual black men inherently envious of homosexual black men.
That growing up in the hood and inner city, heterosexual black men had innate, dormant envy for homosexual black men that manifested in rage and contempt. Why is that? Enter the hood. In the hood, if you grow up in the hood, that is the microcosm where there are people that are struggling with poverty and crime and things of that nature, right? People manifest and people make sense of themselves in a multitude of ways, whether it's through sports, the arts, fashion, or other types of ways of expression. And oftentimes people, especially black men in the hood, are told who they are.
Yeah, if you really think about it, if we're gonna just for the sake of this video and this example right now, if we're gonna just generalize this experience of growing up and what black men go through, when you think of the black kids in school, when you think of a black kid in school, you typically think of one or two things. You may think of the black nerdy type, like very into anime, like that vibe. But most of it is just the black boy that was like for basketball or for football, listens to rap, may have dreads, may have a low fade. You find this like one stereotypical idea of what a black kid is. When on the flip side, when we think about white men in school, that opens it up to a lot of different things. You think of the white guy in drama class. You think of the white nerd. You think of the white smart kid that's not really nerd, but more like the preppy white kid. You think about the fratty white kid. You think about the white kid that hangs around the black kids. There's so many different versions of a white male that we experience within school. But for black men, you kind of only see one or two. And this is what he's getting to, in that for a lot of times black men are being told what to be. They're being told who they are. Oh, you're a strong man, you're an alpha man, you're gonna play ball, you're gonna be a rapper, you're this, like you gotta be a man, you can't be, don't be a pussy, don't be a wuss, don't be a punk. Like they're constantly being told who they are and how to think. And we see this how to think nowadays. You think about Black Card and think about the black community and we got to stick together and, oh, you're not really black. Like the second a black person steps outside the box of what a black person is supposed to think like, what are they called? They're called a coon and Uncle Tom. They're called a whitewash. Why are you talking white? Why are you acting white? Like the second you have a black person that's just being themselves, just existing as they are, they're bullied by their own community first. Happens day in and day out. So for black men specifically, when they're constantly being told how to be, how to act, and who they are, they get shrunk down to this little ass box to where the second they do branch out, they get bullied, they get picked on, and nobody want to go through that. They don't. So this envy that he's talking about, when those same black boys, them same black kids, they see the gay boys just living their truth, living as they are angry and they are pissed, specifically the DL ones. The down low black gays, the very masculine hood black gays. Oh my gosh. But this man brings up a really great point in why he thinks like there's some heterosexual black men that are envious of black gays. And it's because black gays are just existing as they are. Whereas for a lot of heterosexual black men, they are locked and confined into this box. And the first ones to bully them for stepping out and being their true authentic self, even as they are straight, is other black people.
So grown up is
Now, before you continue, what's very funny is that, no shade, the individual said that yes, there seems to be this certain type of pipeline in the hood now that if you are going to be somewhat successful, and even Amir Odom stated that he hates that pipeline, girl. You're either going to be an athlete or you're going to be a rapper or entertainer, that there's nothing in between, there's nothing outside the box. He claims that he tries to do things outside the box and the black community is telling him like, bro, what are you doing? You can't be that. You can only be these two things. You can't be that because if you be that, then you're not black. But then at the same time, this is the same man who said on the last fucking live that if he were to see a black person break out of those two pipelines, again, athlete and entertainer, girl, rapper, and was able to become a doctor, a lawyer, hell, a fucking pilot. Now, instead of Amir Odom saying, yes, a black doctor, yes, a black lawyer, yes, a black this, yes, a black that, now it's, did you really earn that? Like, I want to look at them differently. Like, I don't think you earned that. I don't think you had the right credentials. I feel like you were just placed there because you were black and they just needed somebody black, girl. Talking about DEI while literally being the fucking DEI in real life. So that's very interesting. But to go further into the conversation, yes, because black men have had shit happen to them for fucking centuries, and because black men have been taught, have been conditioned to turn their emotions off, because if you turn your emotions on, it can be used against you. It can be considered as weak because there is power in emotion and they don't know how to handle that unless it is in a violent fucking way. Point blank, period. Not all black men, but we talking about quote unquote the stereotypes, as we're all like talking about stereotypes. But again, there is this like unspoken rule because it's so ingrained in our DNA to where as black men, we have to show up strong. We have to show up powerful because we've always been on the defense and never had a chance to fucking relax and live. Now, Thankfully, there is a younger generation that is trying to break those barriers. But as we see in history, whenever the younger generation comes together and does that, some weird shit happens to where now they become adults who literally forget where the fuck they came from, girl. And then the next generation does the same thing. And it's like this weird ass like amnesia that happens with us, or situation that happens that literally fuck shit up to where people's lives are lost, girl. And then we get back to our regularly scheduled fucking program. So yes, because black men at large have to wear this mask of masculinity, to where even Amir admits it, that us as black gay men, when we enter into those spaces such as like the barbershop, a lot of people who have higher voice automatically go down to a deeper voice. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Man, I'm good, man. And we sit there and act as if though these individuals ain't trying to get the motherfucking tea. He gonna mention later on about how there are some girls that were being messy and being like, girl, don't get mad, but is you gay? The barbershop niggas do the same thing. They just ask in different ways. Man, where the hoes at, bro? Where the hoes at? I don't ever see with no hoes, bro. What do we say? Oh man, I don't fuck on bitches like that, bro. You know, I'm just worried about me. Yeah, you one of them niggas. I gotta use the different clippers on your fucking ass, nigga, cause girl, And that's a reality. That's a reality. That's a reality. I'm not apologizing for these niggas. It's just that I understand these niggas still need to be held accountable because they're also playing into their own demise, which is why Amir can get up here on his platform and speak about these things in the black community to the white community to give them ammunition to use against the black community to say, hey, you guys can't be worried about us. Look at what's happening with your own community, even though their people are the ones who set it up in the structure for this to happen so that they don't have to be accountable. Even though if we really were to get deeper into the ish, the whole trap situation, girl, if you listen to these niggas and where they learned this shit from, they learned it from y'all. A lot of these trap ass niggas, especially when the trap gangster rap shit happened, when they were making gangs, bitch, when it was being monopolized, okay, in a capitalistic way, girl, to make money off of death music, to get rid of your enemy, and to promote it to their generation like a curse, bitch, the entire time. Girl, y'all not ready for these conversations, girl. Y'all not ready for these type of conversations. Y'all not. We keep having these safe conversations, girl. It's no longer getting safe. It's no longer safe. It's no longer safe. It's no longer safe. It's no longer safe. It's not. It's not. There are plenty of people right now that's motherfucking doom scrolling to try to get away from what the fuck is happening and feel some type of way when the algorithm keeps reminding them of what the reality is, girl. That at the end of the day, bitch, we're all in this together. So why are we not working together? Which is why Amir could be using this time, since he's almost at 1 million subscribers, to really do some transformative shit for the American people. But again, that muffin bag. Baby, that bag is so powerful, girl. That bag, and not even that bag, girl. The affirmation and the love, girl. Imagine getting your ass tore up, chewed out, thrown up out the motherfucking frame by your own people because they were homophobic as fuck to you. Just to sit around white people to make you feel better and then turn around and use you as a weapon to your own people, even though you the one that want to feel like you black. As far as the culture is concerned, you got to be black with white people. You can't be black with black people because of the American culture and how it's fucking set up that way. And you think your commentary is literally trying to remove that? You think your commentary is literally going to bring the black community together? You think your commentary is adding some sort of healing for your spirit to the spirit of the black community? Because I have not seen it. You don't even do it for the queer community, girl. You the one that be going to the gay clubs dressed like Trayvon Martin, Miss Mamas, and leaving the club alive. Because you don't want people to know who the hell you are. Because you don't educate yourself. The same way you talking about black people and how black people brought it on themselves. You live in that lifestyle, so that's what comes with it, girl. Oh, well, it's funny how the tables have turned that you are now living by your own fucking words. To where your ass got a motherfucking dance to Beyonce music and fuck a deep cut, girl. It's gonna be that motherfucking put your love on top. That techno shit. Fuck Beyonce shit all the way up. But that's you, pimping. That's you.
Young black man, you either playing sports or you trying to be a dope boy, right? That's just how it is in the hood. You're going to find a way to be cool. If you're a nerd, you're not cool, right? Growing up in the hood, you do not get there's no, you're not considered to be cool in the hood if you're focused on school, right?
Yes.
If you're focused on sports, if you're a good athlete, if you're a dope boy, if you're doing bullshit, if you're acting up, that's how black men are celebrated when they're young.
Yeah.
And not even just celebrated when they're young. That's also the pipelines that get them out the fucking hood. And the people who supply the money and have the resources for that aren't black people. Are there black labels out here that are independent, that promote black music, that may be drill, trap, whatever the case may be? Yes. But when we talking about 75 to 80%, girl, there's only 3 motherfucking music groups that does that. Warner Brothers, Universal, and what's the other one, bitch? I forgot the other one. And Sony. Those are the 3. If I'm not mistaken. I hope I ain't said Sony twice. But girl, there's 3. They are the ones that make sure that these things are played on the airwaves. And trap and rap music is not just an American thing, baby. It's even made over to London, to where they got the UK niggas doing trap shit, drill shit. Them niggas over there, they ain't got guns, but they got knives, be starving each other the hell up. It's international. The people who promote that, fuck the people who made it. The people who made it, just the ones who end up signing their own fate, telling on themselves that we'll use against you, girl, and then make money of it. And then if you happen to live, girl, when we have a Republican president, you get to perform that same song for his ass. Perform for the same judges and the same senators and the same people who wanted to put your ass away or put your ass away. And now you coming back to motherfucking shook and jive, girl. If that is not a form of embarrassment, girl, the slave plantation has never fucking left, girl. It's just became modernized, became smarter, became more intelligent, became stronger in its structure. And I want black men to access their emotions. I have literally sat on a panel with niggas about talking about their emotions, but because I was gay, they thought I wanted to do something to their butt. And it's like, girl, I'd rather kill myself before I do that. I'd rather Laura Croft swan dive into a back alley of hungry pit bulls with all type of goddamn ham and shit on my body, girl, than to do anything with y'all. But talking about accessing your emotions, because emotion is literally energy in motion. And when you're not aware of your energy, you can fuck your life up, which is why a lot of individuals have unfortunately fucked their lives up, because they're not paying attention to their emotions. One, because it's painful. It hurts. It hurts to face your ego. It hurts to face the past and the shit that happens to you. Why do you think white America got so much guilt and shame, girl? Because they know their forefathers did some fucked up shit, girl, and they didn't give a fuck about them, their regard, about their children's children, and now their children's children is going to have to deal with the sins of their forefathers. Isn't that what your book said? Funny how when it comes down to truth, bitch, there's going to be a little bit of truth in everything, girl. It's just, can you find it? Shout out to black men like Boss Man, The Objectivist Podcast. Shout out to black men like Dr. N. Shout out to black men like Mr. Bennett. Shout out to black men like Uncle Jeff. Even though he may have his shit about the queer community, girl, he a comedian. I am too. So I can work. He smoke weed. I can work past him because I don't think it's malicious. It's funny. But those are black men who've been able to access their emotions in a healthy way and not make it a dick in the booty ass way. It's the niggas who make the dick in the booty ass way. Those are the ones who are hurt and broken on the inside. And now starting to ramp up they motherfucking He-Man woman haters club in this bitch. Acting as if though they got everything on motherfucking lock. When they don't. And it's sad because black men at large be keeping themselves from being actually fucking human and to be able to explore what it's like to live and not survive, girl. Like, I feel like a lot of us in the community, especially black men, have dealt with like post-traumatic stress disorder for so fucking long. We're talking about generations after generation after generation. We're talking about every generation of survive the encounter. We're talking about every generation of seeing black people being unalived and it being shown over and over and over and over again. So much to the point to where not only is it people outside of us who want to get rid of us, girl, it's those on the inside, girl, who also want to get rid of us because they don't understand the value of black life. Because there's no longer a neighbor on the hood. It's just the hood now. It's now the motherfucking wild, wild west. It's a social fucking experiment to be able to stop the progress of the first bastardized children of America. And if the first bastardized children of America were to actually self-actualize, imagine what the other children begging to be daddy's favorite little bitch is gonna have to... Girl, I've written a letter for daddy. You saw what happened to that crazy bitch, did you not? That jigsaw face looking ass bitch, did you not? And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Thus far, Amir hasn't really given me anything that's like helping the black community. It's just like, this is the time to be like, yeah, black gay people, I understand what you're talking about because, I mean, that is true, girl. It's like, you're not really saying it with your whole chest, though. Because again, your platform was never meant to benefit the black community. Maybe the black community that benefits white America, but not the black community being benefited for its own community. That's the thing. And baby, if this is your attempt to kind of let black people know like, hey, I understand. Okay, well, if you understand, then we also need to see more videos, or see videos, more of, shall I say, of you challenging heterosexual people about their shit when it comes down to queer people. When you made that video about the Republicans being down low homosexuals, girl, and sucking it up till they hiccup, girl, for in Jesus' name, girl. Every time they get around, girl, Grindr somehow crashes, girl, and it wasn't a drag queen in sight, bitch. It wasn't a trans person in sight, bitch. It was a bunch of Bibles in sight and a bunch of white men in sight, girl. Like, we need you to do a full 30, 40-minute video on that, girl, clowning them, clapping them, girl. I'm gonna need for you to go ahead and get white America together, say white America, no shade. On my videos, I have a whole playlist with black people, but because my ass is objective, and because my ass is doing the research, and because I've been challenged by people and actually did my own shit, girl, I'm gonna start a new playlist, girl, called White America, girl, White American Problems, girl. And I want to talk to y'all. And I can just imagine what those views would look like, let alone what that comment section would look like. But again, Amir, maybe Jamal, but Amir ain't gonna do that because again, if you start critiquing the hoes who paying you, girl, they don't pay you to critique them. They pay you to do a job to critique those people, not us. But if you objective, and you really want community, and you really want loyalty from the people that you claim that you care about, then you're gonna have to show that. Because again, your commentary is being used to get rid of queer existences, starting with the TQI, and then moonwalking, backpedaling the pussy pop, shout out to James Colwell for that, their way through the LGB, because the LGB was first and now it's gonna be last. And when that time comes, if they are successful in what they're doing, because them hoes doing it, there's not going to be anyone around to save you, Amir. And then maybe you can, maybe that may be the time where you can literally show us what self-love looks like when you gotta do everything on your motherfucking own. And there's nothing about you giving me June Osborne. I think that's her name. The girl is that. I hope I'm not saying the bitch from the Osborne family, but you're not giving me that June spirit from The Handmaid's Tale. You're not giving me her. You're not giving me, girl, I'm gonna go through the test of time, girl. You're not giving me white Karen takes her country back, girl. You don't give me that. Maybe Jamal, girl. Again, we haven't seen Jamal, so maybe when Jamal come out, girl, tell Jamal to stop coming out. Tell Jamal to stop hiding behind a paywall, bitch. Come out. Can Jamal come to the corner real quick? Tell him I got some shit, nigga. Tell him I got some fire shit that he can smoke. I'll smoke it first, just to make sure ain't no shit in there. It ain't laced with fentanyl or nothing, girl. I'll take a few puffs, bitch, because no shade. When we come in is involved, girl, I'm gonna take a few hits, girl. And then I'll pass it to you, girl, and then let's talk on the corner. Come on, Jamal. Bring the Swisher wraps and the blunts. Rolled. Okay? Bring the mango juice, bitch, because mango enhances your high, girl. Let's put some trap music on the background, girl, and let's have a conversation, twin, as they say, twin.
And we see this even too within the culture. What's that girl? The spin that shit. Is it Carisha? The spin that I wear all my scamming ass. Like loving scammers, loving boosters, loving like just the bad black guys.
Yeah, girl, they're just operating the same way they daddy did, girl, when they came and ravaged this fucking country, girl. They just operate like daddy. They just doing daddy's will, girl. This ain't nothing new to America, girl. America was built off of this shit. It was built off scams. It was built off lies. It was built off stealing shit. It was built off of death and destruction. It was built off crimson fluid, girl. Red, white, and blue. Red for the blood, blue for your battered body, and white because it's always right, girl. Look, hello? Baby, I hope they never have me on these panels, girl. Cause they're gonna be trying to find ways to be like, oh, he's saying shit for shock value. It's like, no, Miss Mama's girl. If we're gonna play that game, girl, these people had to learn it from somewhere. They wasn't doing this in the 60s and 70s, right? They wasn't doing this during civil rights movement, right? They weren't doing this during slavery, right? Okay, then. So how the fuck did this shit just pop up? How did it just pop up? Now, are there some things that we played into because we haven't gotten our mental health shit together, because we haven't had a chance to really work with it and to work through it collectively as a group of people? Yes. But what got us to that point was not us pimping. And that's the part that you miss. And that's the part that pisses me off. I hope when you get to 1 million subscribers, you do some goddamn ninjutsu shit, reverse Uno-ish. And you just go ahead and be like, well, now that I'm at 1 million subscribers, girl, and I got my bag secure, girl, let me tell you, motherfucking Republican something. Let me tell you, that would gag me. That would gag me. I'd be like, girl, I'm about to get me a white man, girl, because the way you just showed up, girl, let me get one. Do something. Girl, let me stop.
They get the clout, they get the attention because it's cool. But the second a black boy picks up a book, why you reading? That's so stupid. Why you acting white? Why you talking white? They get bullied. You think about the rich black kids and the thing that they go through. The black kids in the suburbs. Like, it really is black culture itself, black people itself that tearing each other down day in and day out first. And it's so funny because we want to hip and holler about the white man all the time. White people this, white people that. Whole time it's us. It's black people tearing other black people down. It's black people's fault for how like homophobic and things are within its own community, because you don't even let straight black men exist. Everything is gay. Everything that a straight black man does can be seen as gay. A black gay man can't do shit for their friends if they're not thugging, if they're not hard, but the second they're being soft, oh, why are you being gay? And I mentioned,
so if that's the case, then why is it that when I did my video essay and we used an excerpt from your video when you were talking about how these LGBT cartoons are getting out of control, and because a motherfucker had 2 daddies and the son wanted to wear a fucking tutu or some shit, or some shit that's seen as feminine or queer, girl, or a black man with floofy fucking dreads, girl, but every time they on Fox News they talking about dreads, bitch. So these dread shit, like, you had a problem and an issue with it, you were turning up your face, you was, oh my god, I'm pissed off or whatever. That's what they feel about all of us, and the fact that you were able to sit there and do that. Like, if someone was watching this video without, like, for the first time, if this was like their first initial video that they've seen of Amir Odom, they would look at this and be like, oh my God, like I can see like homeboy, right? Like, man, like he cool, like bro, like I subscribe to him, bro. Like I can understand that. But when you have watched a lot of his content, not because I want to and I get joy from this shit, because I don't get joy from this. I don't get turned on from this. I don't get excited about this. If anything, I use this as an opportunity to have bigger and grander conversations. But at the same time, as far as you publicly, sir, and how you show up, this is not the time for y'all to be shooking and jiving for money and for clicks and views when there are people actually being harmed in this bitch and are going to be harmed. I need you to do more, Amir. I need you to do more. But at the same time, who am I? I am a small YouTuber, almost at 1,300 subscribers. Girl, what the fuck do I know, right? What do I know? A person who can barely get 10 people in the motherfucking live at one time, girl. Some people will see that as a disaster. Some people will see that as a failure. And I mean, they can see it for however the fuck they want to see it, bitch. But the way I look at it is that, girl, this is called training. This is called preparation, girl. This is called grassroots. This is called laying down the fucking foundation, and Amir wouldn't know a goddamn thing about laying down the foundation because, again, his foundation was already built by way of PragerU. He ain't had to worry about doing his lives and trying to make sure that his videos is being seen and actually editing shit and hoping that this nigga can upload anything and know that he gonna get paid regardless. And he knows he has his niche, and he knows exactly what's gonna make the coin and what's not. And there'll be moments where Amir kind of be like on his human shit and try to add a little bit of context and nuance to kind of test the waters and shit. But compared to the views he gets talking about the quote unquote popular shit and the shit that's quote unquote not popular but fucking real, the views are drastic. And I mean, who am I to talk about views, right? I went from 5 views to 4. So how dare I talk about views, right? I mean, that's cool, girl. Some hoes gonna win the battle temporarily, girl. But when it come down to that war, Miss Mamas, hoes gonna have to tighten up. Cause baby, I've been on a certain type of level, girl, but obviously there are more levels to this level, girl. And I'm about to level up. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, girl. All I know that it is happening. And when it does happen, girl, I'm going to fully receive it. Am I gonna be scared as fuck? Yes. Am I gonna talk my shit sometimes? Yes. Is my ego gonna be, I'm gonna need to motherfucking let my ego out sometimes and ego vent to a trusted motherfucking source? Yes, girl. But as far as what I deserve in my life, I'm going to receive it. And that's the one thing that Amir said that I can't agree with, girl. No matter what's going on in your life, girl, go for it, go for it, go for it. But your message would be more potent, Amir, if you actually had balanced commentary, as opposed to a biased one. Some people may say I'm biased, girl, but they gotta motherfucking prove that because I come through and ask AI to check my blind spots all the time. Hello, I don't know everything. And when I don't know shit, you'll know, I'll be quiet. When I'm quiet, it don't mean I'm bored. It means I'm taking in information so I can contribute to the conversation in a productive way. I'm not gonna get up here and talk about shit I don't know. I don't. Or if I'm in a place where I feel like I might be speaking ignorantly, I will at least admit that and tell people to correct me so I can get back on track. That's how you build validity. That's how you build community. When you have people in the community that can check your blind spots and you to be able to receive that, if your ego fucking with it, understandable, girl, because we human. But once you work through that shit and look at that shit and apply it to yourself and you see that it's constructive, girl, and it changes shit, girl, that's when you build trust with community. That's when people can say, okay, I can follow you because you showing me shit. You proving shit to me. And no shade, seeing is believing, correct? So Amir, we haven't seen you do anything yet. that is transformative for the queer community nor the black community. And again, I'm a smaller YouTuber. I'm doing what I can. I'm using my gifts and talents in reference to media arts. I'm a creator. And I'm going to use media. I'm going to use music. I'm going to use all of my creative assets and facets to be able to not just showcase my gifts and talents, but to use my gifts and talents to benefit global humanity. Because right now, baby, humans about to go through a whole fucking ego death. It's just that Americans, we so fucking privileged and act like we the best in the whole fucking world, girl, and we get to watch everybody else deal with death and destruction. We see it all the time. Be glad that your ass live in America, because if you were over there, they would do this to you. They would hang you. They would behead you. All this stuff, girl. Okay, but at the same time, girl, all that shit's coming here. And again, I would be a fool to sit up here and to believe that it cannot happen in America. Do y'all not look at its fucking history? And especially its history to what it's done to black people. Don't worry, because when I drop this little mini project shit, this little monologue thing that I've been editing, baby, I'm gonna give you a brief history. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna do my part. And I want everybody else, not just Amir, but everybody else listening, to do their part. Shout out to Queen Stevie, doing her part every day. Her 30-minute walks, her interviews. Shout out to King Deshaun. Be blowing up the group chat, girl, like a bitch who ate Taco Bell with that damn bacteria lettuce in it. We love it though. Making his YouTube videos, girl, ranting and raving. We need more of that. We need people to talk about this more. And no shade, we're gonna have conversations with people across the hall, across the fence. We're gonna have to. Just like back in the day when they did segregate shit. Like if you were going to see a performer, they had a line between that divided the black people and the white people. Regardless of whether you are on the black side or the white side, girl, you still in the same motherfucking room. We're in the same room, family. And the room is burning. It's burning. Smoke is here. And we ain't talking about smoke from motherfucking Mortal Kombat.
It's in the previous video, but there's this I found it so sad to me, and I always keep bringing it up, is this meme of, like, it wasn't even a meme, it was a video of this guy talking about, I'm gonna call my homeboys and say, if I got you a birthday cake, would that be gay?
How would you feel if I got you a cake for your birthday?
Why the would you get me a cake for my birthday, you gay?
How would you feel if I got you a birthday cake for your birthday?
That's gay.
How would you feel if I got you a cake on your birthday?
Bro, what's up with y'all being gay?
Like, damn, can you not just do something nice for your friend? Why is it considered gay just to be nice? And I asked my best friend this, my straight best friend, I said, okay, are there some things that I can do and say to you where you don't even see it as sus, you don't see it as gay, you just see it as like, oh, this is Amir asking me a question. Whereas if one of your straight homeboys asked you, you'd be like, what was that? And basically he was like, yeah, like if I had texted him, I said, hey, good morning, man, how'd you sleep? What's your plans for the day? He would just answer back, because the intention behind that is like I'm genuinely asking because I care about his life. Whereas if a straight homeboy hit him up and was like, good morning, man, how was your day? How'd you sleep? He'd be like, good, but like, why are you asking this now? When he told me that's more stuff like that is reserved for the guy nights, when we're gaming, when we're smoking cigars or whiskey night, that's when we can get deep. But if you're getting deep off the bat, that's a little sus. It's crazy. Like, straight men in general, they just can't live.
That's very interesting. And no shade, let's go with the reference of the video. That man calling his friend saying, if I got your birthday cake, how would you feel about them niggas saying that is gay? Girl, before we dig off in that, first of all, if a motherfucking nigga, I don't care if he gay or straight, want to buy me a cake, I'ma ask, is that cake infused? You know how much cakes cost? Hell yeah, I want a cake, nigga. Go, yes. What kind of cake? What's my limit? Like, what can I get in this bitch? Do you know a bitch, LaFonda, that can sit up here and that can make this shit? That can bake this shit and make it infused, girl? Can you make this an edible cake, girl? That's a gift that keeps on giving, girl. Can she make tres leches cake? What can you get? But see, it's funny. That's why I'm saying, like, Amir could be taking all this and making this all make sense. Like, the reason why, at least my interpretation, the reason why a lot of these men feel like when you're doing something that is giving and caring, because you're another man is gay, is because when they were younger, the elders in the community and those in the community kept reinforcing what gay was, how bad gay is, and what to do to those punks and those sissies. Amir, you literally was about to take your own life when you were younger. So these are the same kids that will do the queerphobia, not even queerphobia, be bigoted, girl. Fuck the queerphobia, bitch. Be bigoted as hell and start assaulting and harming other queer people. I've been a recipient of it. Amir has been a recipient of it. And I'm pretty sure some of the people in the chat who are queer, not you watching, at least I know you watching. We have all been through that. I'm like, I'm gonna say that name and watch you gonna be watching. But we've all been through that. And thank you for watching, even though I'm all over the place. Thank you for attempting. I'm sure you're high right now, so maybe you're able to hear shit. I know you say I talk a lot, girl, but you be wanting to talk. So anyway, I'm about to lose my damn thought. But again, we've all been recipients of that violence, of that. So of course, girl, when you are sitting here and you are the ones delivering the violence, that's also a psychological thing to you, because imagine if there's some niggas that are curious. Because again, as we said, we've seen these individuals who be queerphobic as fuck, but yet when we become older, are the same niggas that want to see what's up. And I mean, they be taking dick. I'm talking about in a whole fuck style. I'm talking about legs all the way up, girl. With that motherfucker winking, girl. I'm talking about in that moment. So to sit up here and say like, oh my God, why can't straight men? Why can't straight men? Why can't straight men? Because these straight men have been taught that. They've been taught that. Not just taught that, but what to do to people who are that. How to disassociate yourself with that. And then you wonder why so many of them want to fuck those people. Because again, what you resist will always persist. And them niggas be getting turned on. And again, let's stop acting like gay is just feminine. It's a bunch of masculine ass niggas right now, girl, that are gay, that if y'all were to discover that, y'all would literally think that there literally is a gay agenda around. Y'all would feel like it would literally reinforce what y'all feel. The gay community anyway. And what pisses me off is that there's so much information and people just want to be willfully ignorant. So if you want to be willfully ignorant, I'm going to be willfully ignorant with your ass. At this point. Hey, no, that's my opinion. Okay then, bitch. Your opinion also getting challenged, bitch. Your opinion ain't like, oh, I like chocolate, but, you know, if I don't get chocolate, it's cool. That's an opinion. Don't be trying to force everybody to eat chocolate because your ass like chocolate. Be glad that other people like other flavors so that your big ass can continue to eat the chocolate for yourself. Usually, like my mom, when it's something good that she like and she know it's good, she be like, y'all not gonna want this. It tastes nasty. Do that. Do that so that we can move forward. Exactly, Queen Stevie. LGBT people are not a monolith. The only thing, but the one thing that they want us to be a monolith in that we have to transmute is pain. That's where a lot of us build our monolith or respond from, and Amir be responding from that place, not from a place of liberation, because he ain't even showing hoes how to be liberated. He's not even using liberated language, liberated conversations. If anything, he just stokes the flames of ignorance that people already clinging to desperately, and he's the perfect shield, perfect voice piece. To them, he's perfect. To us, it's like, girl, here come another one. Here come another one. Here come another one. Okay, well, it's gonna be very interesting to see what transpires.
It's sad, but that's the case in the hood. And with that comes a particular way in which the young black man has to navigate his formative years. Those black men that are playing sports or that are doing hood shit, right? That are, trying to be young gangsters, YNs as they say now. They have to manifest their personas with a particular type of armor, right? Because again, Being an athlete isn't enough. You also have to be very masculine. And sometimes that shows up in a very uniform way of manifesting, right?
Uniform, toxic. Again, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, how you get this idea of like what a black man is. Like if I said describe a stereotypical black man and describe a stereotypical white man, it's going to be easier to describe a stereotypical black man than it is a stereotypical white man. It just is, because we all know like what these caricatures are that black men have to be, or what they have to act like in order to constantly be accepted. You know, that's just what it is. And it's
Interesting. Let's not forget about your politics when it comes down to blackness, because you believe that if black people were to act this certain type of way, then they're the right type of black people, even though they still niggas at the end of the day. And yes, there are going to be more examples of what freedom looks like for a white man than is a black man. Yes, a white man can wear his hair in a long ass ponytail and it be colored green or blue or purple or magenta, have piercings, may wear eyeliner, be able to have on a slim fit fucking outfit where the motherfucking hem of the pants is short, all that type of stuff. He has more freedom and still gonna be straight and still be seen as a man, because white men have been able to be free because they have something known as privilege. It's the black community who has never experienced privilege and has created their own hierarchy of privilege in the same shape and structure as the oppressor. So instead of them punching up, all they're doing now is literally punching down. Literally punching down. Shout out to Lemon Drop. I call her Lollipop. See, again, Amir, you could have went there. Like, you have the platform to really like open up the floodgates of information to really challenge this shit, especially since you always start your videos off talking about how we're having real, raw, honest conversations. No, you're not. You're having the conversation that pays. That's the conversation you're having. And the conversation that really pays for you. Not for the community. What I'm doing is for the community, which is why it's not quote unquote popular. For people who bring forth information, for people who see the real shit, they're not going to always be popular, because who wants to look at the real shit? It's too much work to look at the real shit. I got so much shit going on, and we wonder why everybody's stressed the fuck out. We wonder why everybody on the motherfucking edge. We wonder why everybody's fucking mental health is all type of compromised, because we're not having real raw ass kind of conversations. I'm not saying he doesn't have a point. He does have a point. My commentary on Amir is that there are certain type of points that I wish you would be able to expand on in reference to how we got here. He doesn't do that. And because he is supported by people who believe stereotypes about black people, he is doing his part to continue to give those people's weapons to use against the queer community and the black community. There are things that he said that's valid and that's on point, and I do acknowledge those, but I'm also going to give that balanced commentary as well, as far as if I was having a conversation with him, because if you're really trying to help, we got to understand how we also got here. Because if it's just a valid point, okay, then what is he doing to actually remedy that? Nothing. He doesn't offer any sort of solution either. So my commentary is just meant to be able to cover the areas that he missed, the context and nuance. Because like I said, in the title, in this case, a broken clock is right once a day. This is the video where he's right once a day. But instead of just giving him 10s, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm giving you 10s as far as we can understand this to be true because we have had these experiences. But since you have the bigger platform, I need for you to make this more contextual and nuanced to where we also speak about how we got here and white America also played into why we got here. And he doesn't want to acknowledge that. So that's just me. I'm about to say, because I've been listening to quite some time and a lot of what I'm hearing is kind of accurate, unfortunately. No, it is accurate as far as that. But again, because of who he's aligned with. And he doesn't do these. If he were to do more of these videos, and he was also to challenge white America and challenge heterosexual America, especially those that believe in those negative stereotypes, which is at large, unfortunately, then it would be more balanced for me. To where it's like, okay, you're really being objective because you're able to look at both sides of the picture and make sure both sides get equal use. But if you look throughout his videos and his playlists, it's pretty one-sided. And no shade, I've been doing commentary on this nigga for a hot minute and listened to a lot of his stuff. So it's kind of like, even when I'm speaking from, I also use some of his past videos because I just remember everything. That's why I said, like in the beginning of the live, if somebody was just to see this video for the first time initially, they'll be like, oh my God, he got some points. But when you compare that to other videos where he could have explored those at that moment in time that would have been productive, he didn't do that. So
because of this, why I've always said that in this country, white people are more free than black people.
Yeah.
White people can just exist and be whatever they want to be. And they may get everybody gets bullied, everybody gets talked about, everybody got haters.
Yeah, you talked about that that one white trans person in your last video where they went into goddamn Super Saiyan 5 mode and shit. Stop misgendering me! And you called them crazy, mentally ill, but at the same time they white. You see, the police ain't tased them, the police ain't tackled them, the police ain't drop kicked them. Let a black person start yelling at the top of their lungs, getting in goddamn motherfucking Super Saiyan style, bitch, mole girl, getting ready to go all the fuck off. That motherfucker would have been on the ground, and we know this. So again, even if you white and LGBT, you have more freedom than black LGBT people ever will. That is the thing. Like, nigga, are you gonna do videos about racism in the queer community? That would be a dope video to talk about, especially since you have a white husband. That would be dope for you. I mean, you ain't got to show his face because we've never seen your man, girl. And at this point, girl, are you even really married? But at this point, hell, you can have that nigga come through with a Pushaisky on, girl, and a voice changer, girl, to where we can't know what your man look or sound like. And you can have a conversation with him about how y'all were able to work through the whole race issue, how y'all were able to become so aware to where we were able to dissolve the lines of racism in our lives. Okay, is your man also, if your man sees that you're in a racist situation, is your man gonna stick the fuck up for you? If LaFonda, shout out to LaFonda, says some shit to your white man, is he gonna check her? We need to see this. Because again, seeing is believing. We can't take motherfuckers' words no more. That's the problem. Motherfuckers talk, but there are no actions. Say what, shout out to the person here. There was a saying that was said a long time ago. Well, never mind, I ain't gonna say it, girl, because I sound a little mean when I say it. But I'm just gonna say what you mean and mean what you say. I ain't gonna say the last part, girl, because it's gonna be a little bit of a fever 105 in this bitch a little bit.
But it doesn't come from inside the community itself as hard as for black people. Whereas when you do have black people stepping outside the box, we're the first ones to tear each other down.
Black women and black men are homophobic because they were raised to be that way. Let's just call it for what it is. The boomers, Gen X, and millennials. We are the generations that were totally affected by all of the homophobicness in the black community. So, when you see homophobic people for real, 9 times out of 10, they was raised like that.
Yeah, a lot of it's raised that way. And this one has what? 40,000 likes on it. Like, and all the comments are popping off insane. They're all in agreement. Like, yeah, when you're black, a lot of the times the homophobia is just within the community. It's like for me growing up, my mom told me that, it's so stupid. If some of y'all already know this story, my mom told me that every single man on planet Earth has a bubble of AIDS in their booty hole. And then when 2 guys have sex, it pops and it gives them AIDS and they die. That's what I was taught growing up. So I was very, from a lot of internalized homophobia, and I was scared of the idea of being gay, scared of gay people because I'm like, oh my gosh, like they have AIDS and they all just die. That's
okay, no shade. Yeah, you thought that as a child, right? That was told to you through a fear-based thing. I thought the same thing as well. When I had my first orgasm, I thought I transmitted AIDS, I got it. So again, we were ignorant in that fact. But you sit up here and say all this, but then when there are cartoons that talk about LGBT, not the fucking part and how to get it up and shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about that there are people in the world who are different than you, judge them by the content of their character. Don't judge a book by the cover. Read the motherfucker so you can understand, overstand what's going on. When that happens, when those cartoons come about, here the fuck you come, right on time, giving your commentary against all that shit, saying it's too young, they should know that shit at a young age. Why? They learned that shit before you learned that shit at a young age, which is why you got your ass beat, right? Same thing happened to me. I was called the fog word, girl. I was called that before I even knew what it meant. Before I even explored that, I was called that at a young age. So again, when we talk about it being taught, girl, yes, it's taught at a young age, which is why your commentary, especially when it comes down to queer stuff, is not balanced. It supports one side of the argument, and that is the side of the argument that is compensating you for that you're getting the views off of, because you don't want to talk about no real shit, because talking about real shit is not profitable, which is why everybody wants the fake shit and wonder why shit is the way it is. At this point, it's going to be y'all fault. It ain't everybody's fault. It's going to be y'all fault because y'all keep falling for the okie doke. And just because we're having a conversation that is a gray area thing, it's very interesting that you want to have the gray area conversation in this way, but you don't want to have it in a productive way. Because the way that he's doing it is not productive. It's used in a way to demonize black people more. And even though I have been a recipient of that, I also understand, or I'm growing in my awareness of how that happened in the first fucking place. Hurt people, yes, hurt people, but that type of programming is not installed by accident. It was installed in us. And there are two ways, at least in my analogy of it, or perspective, shall I say. The first one is organized religion through Christianity. Christianity is a European religion, a European creation. The same shit that's happening in Uganda and all these other places where they actually unalive and queer people is inspired by the same people here. The second one is this fake ass Hotep Timu Daishiki ass type of niggas out here who feel that homosexuality is a European export. But when you do your actual research, you understand that because we're talking about Mother Africa, we're talking about the crux of creation as far as civilization is concerned. You're telling me that homosexuality and what we would consider transness is not in nature or was not there before it being colonized? And that's why, and I can share the same sentiment as CTV a little bit. When it comes down to us in America, girl, I'm really starting to lose hope. I really am. I'm really starting to lose hope that we gonna win this. Because ain't nobody being serious now. And I ain't saying you gotta be serious with your actions right now, but you need to be serious about your research and educating yourself right now, so that I guess when shit pops off that makes you get off your ass, you at least have some information on how you gonna try to make it through this. Because now the onslaught is here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be wrong about this. I want to be wrong, but I know that I'm not wrong, unfortunately, and nobody's proving me to be wrong. And I can't sit up here and act like shit's not happening on the outside that is slowly affecting us. And again, Amir, this would be the perfect time for you to explore context and nuance. And I'm really getting tired of people who don't want to explore that. Not everything is going to be simple. If this shit was so fucking simple, the shit would have been resolved. And I've had people tell me, Bubs, I don't know how you do it. Well, I do it because I have discipline. Everybody can use a little discipline in their life, especially when it comes down to your self-love. Because to Amir's point, yes, Don't let this shit stop you from living your life and being the best version of you, but also accept what the best version of you comes with. And since we're not going to have conversations to objectively change what the fuck we got going on, then goddamn it, I think we need to know exactly what the fuck we're getting ourselves into before we get into it. Because once we get into it and you're not informed, that's going to be on you, boo.
That's what I was told. Like in the black community growing up, like yes, across the board, homophobia pretty much is like a raised thing. Like people are more raised to just be hateful. But in the black community, specifically in the hood, don't be no punk, which is why punk has been reclaimed. Queer has been reclaimed.
Wait a minute. Queer is reclaimed, but you don't like using the word queer. You said, I'm not queer, you're a gay man. But again, that term that was used to destroy us and demonize us, we were the ones who transmuted that. Just like how the word, the hard ER was used in a derogatory way, we have now transmuted it into what we say as terms of endearment, so much to the point to where, girl, even though we may not agree with each other with a whole bunch of shit, girl, no shade, let a Karen say the N-word. I may be a black conservative, but let Karen say the N-word to me. I may be a black liberal, but let Albert say the N-word to me. I might be a third grader in in school and shit, but let little Timmy say the N-word to me and see what happened to those people. So yes, we were able to reclaim that. I'm confused. Like when it comes out to the gay shit, you're able to give context and nuance and to be able to be more universal. But when it comes down to the TQI girl, you ain't got nothing for them, even though they were implementative in the fact of you and I having the ability to do what we're doing today. Again, Marsha P. Johnson, Silva Rivera, Miss Griffin Majors, the ones who would be considered ridiculously mentally ill and should be in a fucking mental institution and a fucking psych ward. Yeah, those individuals are the ones that led the riot for us to have pride. Because at that point in time, motherfuckers were putting their hands on us and they want to get back to that. And again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Please, come on, y'all. Come on.
Like, no, like growing up, I heard all the time, don't be no sissy. Don't be no punk. And now I'm like, I can be whoever I want to be. I have feminine traits about me, masculine traits about me. All I can do is just be me. That's all I can do. But what that is breeding a society of black men who are just extremely hateful. Black women who are extremely hateful and homophobic. That's all it has ever done to this community. And growing up in an environment like that is hard. It's toxic. It's toxic for a lot of people out there when you really have to focus and prioritize like guarding your mental health and guarding your space, because it's sad. It is saddening growing up in this space of constantly being told that your mere existence is a problem. Just because you're black, it's a problem. Just because you're gay, it's a major problem. Oh, you need to man up. Oh, don't cry. Oh, don't be a pussy. Oh, don't be a punk. Like, it's draining and it's exhausting and it's crazy because it's usually coming from your own family. It even extends to how like you had to leave your family because they were that toxic to you. And the crazy part and the scary part, really toxic and scary part about it all is that it was your family. Like, they know your social security number. They know your address. And some parents, not all, but some parents can and will use that against you. So if that's something you've dealt with or are dealing with and you want to prevent your toxic family from finding out not only where you live in the case that you move, but prevent your identity from being stolen from not just them, but anyone in general, then you really should take a look into today's sponsor, Aura.
We live in a society,
girl, motherfucking ad, girl,
where like loving another man as a straight, heterosexual, whatever you want to call it, right? It can be daunting for us because it's like we don't want to be associated with being gay.
And I don't think this is even stemming from like a more homophobic stance, because I have a lot of straight male friends that are very comfortable with me and having a gay best friend. Like, that's completely fine, but it is very, very interesting, the gay male experience of having straight best friends, because they confide in you in a different way than they do their straight guy friends that you only see in very, very mature friend group. And like, they may get deep on like a men's retreat, church groups, cigar clubs, whiskey nights, those type of vibes, that's when men can get kind of deep with each other. But for the most part, it's hard for men to even express love and share love with another man, even though they're both straight. Now, we see Gen Z breaking this mold completely. We see Gen Z being way more affectionate, way more loving with their guy friends more than ever. And I love it. It's very wholesome. It's wholesome, it's cute, it's endearing, because like they're so comfortable within their own sexuality that they can embrace loving another man and it not be kind of zesty or in that kind of like gay way.
I always say this, like the homophobic culture that we live in tends to play out in the way that we have relationships with, like in the relationships that we have with other men, right?
Yeah.
So like we will try and make sure that whatever we do is not positioned as gay. Right? Like that's a real thing.
No homos, no diddy, that's not gay, no such shit. It's stupid. Like you never say no homo around me. I don't know who you're talking to. I'm not worried about you. Just because someone's gay doesn't mean they're always into you. The same way a straight man isn't attracted to every single female out there, the same way a gay man isn't attracted to every single man out there. They can like be friends and be chill, but yeah, it goes into like the whole like no homo, no diddy, and it's like it's harder for straight men just to share love in general as it is. But in the black community specifically, that should be hitting different for some reason. I don't know why. But even
And that's the thing, there is a reason why for that. That's the thing. Maybe if you want to just start conversations, cool. But as far as like talking about real raw, honest conversation, no, just say you're a conversation starter, girl. Y'all take it down the road. When you sit there and talk about or share this clip, which again, there is truth to that. It's a truth that we all know. Unfortunately, a truth that we all know. But again, like Amir stated, we don't know how the fuck we got here, why that is the case. Again, when you are younger, you are taught that being gay is this. And it's not just the fact of being attracted or having the sex. It's the fact of your mannerisms and how you show up. So because queer people have more visibility, since gay men have more visibility, gay men have more representation, gay men are able to walk in their truth, now it's a fact to where it affects heterosexual men now, because if heterosexual men were just trying to show brotherly love to each other because the gays out here doing this shit, then you must be on that gay shit. You must be one of them too. Why? You gonna come out too? You got something you want to tell me, bruh? Oh, please tell me that you're not on that gay shit. It is literally taught. It's taught in the barbershops. It's taught in the locker rooms. It's taught on the basketball, football court, girl. It's taught in these spaces. You literally just show videos of a nigga saying, bro, if I bought you a birthday cake, are you going to be okay with that? And a nigga's talking about, why are you trying to put your shit in my booty? How do we get here? Because we've been conditioned in this way. And white America also played into that. And that's the part where he misses. See, the way I'm responding is kind of like how I would be responding if I were having a conversation with him. Ex Ron Fugata. When I had a conversation with him offline, it was the same that I gave online. The fuck? But because he's on his platform, and again, he knows his niche and what makes him money, he is going to create and control the narrative for himself, instead of having the real conversation that, again, help everybody else. All right.
With Gen Z being more endearing and breaking this down, I see that more in white Gen Z. I see that more in white circles where they can just embrace each other more than black guys can. When it comes to young black men, they got their bros, like they got their twins, but like it's no more than that. There's never really anything endearing being said or deep talks. Hell, I just saw one video of like, is it gay to ask your homeboy to take your hair down? Like, you know, black men be having braids. Is it gay to ask another man to sit there and take your hair out? You're taking your hair out. Why does everything have to be seen as gay? I can only imagine how exhausting.
The same reason why, again, when those two gay dads had a son and the son put on the tutu, y'all thought it was that gay shit when it was just him playing around and using his imagination. Because again, you're gay. But because it's so toxic in the black community, because according to you, we're the smallest demographic, but we're the ones doing the most harm to ourselves. Hell yeah, this is another way they did it. And organized religion and this pseudo-African Timu shit that these European people also played into, girl, is the reason for that. And shout out to the generation that is doing what they can to change that. And we must protect them by all means. We must uplift them by all means. We must platform them by all means so that we can work through this queerphobic shit. Because trust me, as a black gay man, I would love for racism to be going. I would love for queerphobia to be going. But from what I'm being told, that's never going to happen. So since that's never going to happen, then this is what the fuck I'm going to give.
It is being straight. I can only imagine y'all can't do shit.
You can be anything you want to be in the black community.
Yep.
You can be a rapist.
Yep.
A pedophile.
Yep.
You can be a woman beater.
Yep.
An addict. You can be, this shit ain't even funny, yo. You could be anything, but as soon as you say you gay,
over with.
Oh, baby, we don't do that over here.
Over with. You can be anything in the black community. They won't tear you down. Like, oh, it's whatever. Oh, uncle got a problem, or they got a problem with this. They doing this. It's this. It's gay. Cardinal sin in the black community. That's the worst thing you could be ever. And it's crazy because it's like, there's so many other things worse than being gay, but it's like, this is the one thing that's easy to harp on, to bully someone for, to get someone crap for. It's the easiest thing to do. But
and that's also one of your biggest cash cows, because the majority of your fucking content about queer people is negative. And you never ever show us what the positive or what the alternative is and make that the focal point, make that the thing, you make this the problem. And then want to have a conversation about black homophobia. You want to create content stating that queer people who are walking in their truth, the same way you telling black gay people to walk in their truth, girl, is creating more homophobia. That's why I give this commentary, because it's like, girl, you're not consistent in what you think. Now, yes, I'll be all over the place. I get that, because there's so much to unpack, girl. But my underlying theme, bitch, has always been the same, girl. It may take me a minute to get back to it, because I may go on tangents a little bit, but I have conversations like how a tree is. A tree just not linear as far as the branches and shit. There are going to be branches. There are going to be all type of things that's happening with this tree. Do you want to get down with me in my motherfucking apple tree, in the words of Erykah Badu? If not, there are other trees. But this is how we get down on this tree. It's just like, don't worry, girl. As my platform and awareness and likeness grows, I'm going to show these girls how to really do it. I'm going to show you, because again, I'm surrounded by people who does shit. And I'm doing shit for me, strengthening my motherfucking foundation, because I know I'm going to have blessings coming through. I'm just getting myself mentally and emotionally prepared as much as possible so that when them hoes come into my life, girl, I'll be able to receive them and to maintain them and to evolve in them and not let them get to my fucking head as if though I'm exempt like Amir here. All right.
if they're, you know, anything else under the sun, because in the black community, that one uncle is always around still. Y'all all up on the drugs, all up on the liquor. Y'all got substance abuse problems. But if a gay person rolls around, oh, it's game over. And that's pitiful. And that's pitiful and only extends into that experience of like how the black community is seen as often one of the most homophobic. Hell, I mean, look at Africa. You look at all the black countries, they'll kill you or put you in jail. They don't play around with none of that stuff at all. And that extends over into America and black Americans too.
Shout out to Christianity.
Like, I don't give a f***. I might be a little weird, bro. I might tell some shit. Things get cold, bro. They got gay. I don't give a f***. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. You're corny, and you just think out of the next thing.
So this, for those that don't know, long story short, this is a streamer, Playboy Max, and he is going off because this other guy was going off on him about being zesty, being
Andre 1500
gay, and calling him a demon, and you need to repent because this guy is close with another streamer who's gay. And
wardrobe, and not just that, Amir, he also on his live streams have talked about certain things that he wants to do. I can't remember verbatim what they were, but things that were considered feminine or considered gay or was considered to be his coming out era, or the fact that he has a tattoo that says diva on him. Like, again, he's stepping outside the box of the traditional masculinity, traditional masculine man, and just being himself, a secure heterosexual man who don't have to fit inside this box or this fucking coffin that a lot of you niggas are burying yourselves in reference to your self-expression. Now, if you want to stay in the box, that's cool, girl, but there's also room outside the box too, if you choose to. But that's what he did. And then this goddamn Men in Black alien looking motherfucker girl comes through and starts telling him that, oh, you're a demon, that's a demon, and having this motherfucker homophobic ass rant that had Playboy Max have to go ahead and vent, girl, and get the emotions out. And then Wardrobe, who is the gay person that he was friends with, I think he's 17 or 18, literally had to go over to that alien motherfucker girl and read him his motherfucking rights, girl, and got that ass together. And the gays, girl, made sure to do they motherfucking big ones, bitch. Because the one thing the gays gonna do, girl, they gonna find your information. They gonna find all the receipts, girl. Bitch, a lot of these hoes are Nicki Minaj stands and Beyonce stands, girl. These hoes put the CIA, FBI, ABC, BET, CNN, BLT, DVD, UPN, put all of them to shame, girl. They will find Jimmy Hoffa, bitch. They will find Waldo, girl, the way these motherfuckers give it up, girl. So they found his shit and got that ass together. Because again, the queer community also knows how to be loyal to people that treat them good. Just like how Amir is loyal to PragerU and them because they treat him so good. He didn't talk about that though.
And they're like best buddies, and the straight guy's being bullied for his personality, how he is, but also having gay friends. And it's like what he's saying is this frustration of why is he being critiqued for just existing as he are as a human being. This is what I was talking about when I said I feel bad for straight men. They can't just exist. This man keeps saying he's straight. The man's minding his business. He's supportive of gays. He thinks being gay is fine. It's not his cup of tea, but it's like, you do you. I'm not gonna sit here and bully you for it. Why can't people just exist? And he was just hurt.
Don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'm gonna be myself, regardless. None of y'all don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded, but It's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro?
That's so sad.
I'm sorry, girl. I know what it's like. I have to smile, girl, because I know what it's like, girl, when you be angry and you be trying to talk with your voice. Keep fucking up when you be talking. You can't even talk because you're... Girl, I know what it's like, so I'm kind of laughing like, girl, I feel bad. Like, I'm laughing because it's like, you know when they say, girl, you gonna look back on this and laugh, girl, this was that moment. No shame.
You got this straight man just like breaking down because he's so tired of being told who he is. Constantly, like the beginning of this video, black men are constantly being told who they're supposed to be.
Oh, just like how you tell trans people who the fuck they supposed to be, Amir? Just like you try to tell the gays how they should be and how they should fucking act, Amir. Interesting. But see, when it's your black gay ass, all of a sudden, you can get clips and bring this kumbaya shit, girl. We gonna need you to practice that empathy outside of yourself. That's what I'm saying. Because the queer community just ain't you, nigga. There are other people and other intersections in the queer community that your ass does not understand. And yes, I'm going to give you your 10s as far as being able to have a conversation where we can have a gray area, girl. But until your ass express the gray area, girl, this type of commentary that I'm going to give. Because everybody can also agree with what you're saying, which, again, what's understood needs no explanation. This is something that we've all been through, so we all know through our anecdotal experiences what this is about. I'm just trying to get you to understand how the fuck we got here. Not just have a trauma session or an AA session about, oh, well, this is what I went through. No, Miss Mamas, how did I get here? What brought me here? Give me the time. I need the timeline. The timeline is very important, girl. And they're trying to do some Days of Future Past shit to switch up the motherfucking timeline. Anyway, continue.
How they're supposed to act, how they're supposed to dress. Why can't we just let humans exist and be? There's masculine gay people, feminine gay people, in-between gay people that exist for straight men too. There can be...
Well, whenever gay people try to do that, as far as hell, your child watching a gay cartoon, girl, all of a sudden it's a problem, it's an issue, girl. Let people be. Let people be. If that's who they're going to be, they're going to be there regardless, whether it's a television show or not, whether it's a movie or not, whether it's a book or not. They're going to be that because that's what they're called in their fucking spirit. Their spirit. So again, how can you sit up here and say to let people live their life, meanwhile you make videos giving commentary on people doing that and then feeding your audience, and a lot of them being conservatives and Republicans, then get to regurgitate against queer people's existence and think that it's verified and that it's valid because it's coming from you. A person who is black and gay. Yes, you are black and gay in reference to how the system looks at us. Because again, all this shit we talking about is really systemic. It's in the infrastructure of the system. That's how it views all of us, girl. But as far as the cultural aspect of the people that live these experiences that you commentating on, bitch, hell yeah, girl, your card does no longer work here. And you need to get the fuck off the porch, bitch, before we send them. Girl, what? So now you want to come through and have conversations about what it's like to be black and to be queer and to feel like you're included, girl, when you spent the majority of your time demonizing black and queer people. And now you want us to have a kumbaya session, girl. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that one scene on The Handmaid's Tale. If you haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale, I'm about to spoil some shit, so I'm sorry in advance. You should have watched it, girl. Where one of the motherfucking, I forgot the name of them ladies, girl, that look like Miss Trunchbull and shit, dressed like Miss Trunchbull and girl, Amanda Thripp, girl looking like her and shit, the entire confection. She ended up being able to be brought on a plane over to Canada, girl, and had to sit in the motherfucking room with the people that she motherfucking tortured, girl, and wanted to get sympathy. See, motherfuckers want Jesus to come through when it's their time to go through accountability. Treat me good. Make sure I'm good. Oh, don't trip, he ain't through with me yet. Oh, well, now when it's your turn, all of a sudden you can see the forest for the trees, bitch. But before then, girl, you... That's why when it comes down to community, that also means I'm not just thinking of myself only. I have to think of myself first, because if I'm not good for myself, I will never be good for other people in a healthy way that doesn't fuck me up. But I'm doing this for more than just me. I want more black men to be able to be friends with gay men, or for feminine men, straight men, or what was perceived as feminine straight men to be free. I literally had a whole friend before he moved to California. This nigga was light skinned, he was pretty, and he was feminine in his energy. When we would go to the gym, these motherfuckers thought that we was fucking and I was the top. Now, if we was, I would definitely be the top. But that wasn't the case. And he was feminine as hell. I never tried to touch him. I never tried to find nothing. Now, I thought he was cute in the beginning. I was inquiring because, again, when you're gay, you don't know who's gay. It ain't just me. It's plenty of feminine men that I thought was attractive and come to find out they're straight. I didn't know that. Because, again, I'm attracted to more feminine energy. But I would like for men to be able to befriend each other and to be human. Human. Yes, you are a black man, but you are a spirit that is having a natural experience first and foremost. And this system has you locked in this certain type of way, girl. Of course these niggas gonna be masculine, girl. Of course these niggas gonna be going into sports, girl. Of course these niggas gonna be going to become an entertainer, girl. Because those are the avenues that we have seen that has worked for black people to get the fuck up out the hood and to get to that money. And those avenues are not even controlled by us. They're controlled by white America. And y'all gonna have to prove me wrong. Because I'm getting up here doing my shit.
feminine straight men, masculine straight men. It exists. The problem is we got too many people on the DL just not being real and upfront about who they are and themselves because, well, they can't because of society. So it's like, damn, any man has any...
Wait. Cause society, the same society that you said that we're the ones that are lying, the same society that you're saying that we're the ones that's doing too much and we're doing extra, so much to the point to where you make money doing damage control for the community that your ass can't get into as far as the culture is concerned. That's very interesting to me. So you're able to acknowledge that this culture is homophobic and not just black culture, white culture as well, because what's happening over in Africa is again a evangelical Christian European invention method ideology.
Any ounce of femininity, any ounce of like individuality, you're calling him names, you're calling him out, you're being mean and rude to him, when you can just let people be, again, the first ones to tear ourselves down. It's insane.
I used to hate going into a barbershop.
Oh, a black barbershop experience for a gay man. I'm gonna put another reel here. It's when you go into the barbershop, you gotta act all hood.
So you got a girlfriend, my boy?
He's on to me. Quick, I need to think of something to throw him off my trail.
Nah, I don't really these hoes, you feel me?
Well played, but I know what you are. LGB.
Type shit.
That was a close one, but I should be safer now.
That is such a real thing. I've had to walk into some barbershops and completely shed any ounce of me that can be perceived as gay. I remember I used to take my ring off because I didn't want anyone to ask me, oh, who you dating, who you with? And like, oh, let me see your wife or something. I just wouldn't want to run into any situations like that. Completely terrified of black barbershops because it is like the epitome of like hyper black male masculinity is like a real barbershop in the hood.
And before you, not this screenshot, before you go forward, yes, that is true. I have talked about this plenty of times, which is why, again, the clock is right, the broken clock right once a day, girl. All the stuff he's saying is true and valid. I'm not going to speak on that because we all know this. I'm speaking on how we got here and how he's contradicting his own commentary that he religiously puts out and benefits from. You said as far as, you know, the homophobia in the community, you said that, again, queer people ain't causing this. I mean, that queer people is causing the queer phobia by being too much. That this society is tolerant of us and they care about us. They don't care. We're safe. According to you, girl, when we got marriage equality and adoption rights and all that stuff in the mid 2000s, girl, middle 2000s, girl, you said the queer community was good. We smooth, we chilling, we got what the fuck we wanted, we good. I can walk out and get married, bitch. I can go ahead and go, I can do all these things. But when you go into a barbershop, and again, understandable, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying the commentary that you put out seems to be counterproductive to what you're talking about right now because your commentary strengthens the barbershop ideology. Not just in the black, but in the white too. There was a time where I went to a barbershop before I have the new barber that I have now that I have to go see, no shade, eventually. Whenever I went in the barbershop, these niggas always start talking about gay shit. Now, they never asked me if I was gay, outright. But there are questions that they ask you to kind of test the waters. Or things they will say to kind of test the waters. One time my barber said, hey, yo, Bubz, where the hoes at, man? Where the hoes at, bro? We know what that means. And just like the example used, oh, you know, well, obviously I'm focusing on me. You try to think, you start glitching and shit because again, you're in this toxic environment. And again, who wants to deal with a toxic environment? A lot of times you want to go in, get our hair cut and move the fuck on. And do what we gotta do. We've seen plenty of video clips of niggas going in the motherfucking barbershop. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Pimpin'? Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm good, bro. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and do this tomorrow. Yeah. Man, thanks for getting me lined up. I appreciate it. All right, man. Peace. All right, I'm out. Oh, girl, I did it again. We've seen the clips. And we laugh at the reality, the sad reality of that being the case, so that when niggas like me who trying to have the real conversation, or other niggas who actually go to real barbershops and have these conversations, shout out to them, girl, y'all don't want to have those conversations. Y'all not doing what the fuck they do. Like, Amir, nigga, go to a barbershop, nigga, and have a conversation. You didn't mind bringing your white knight and bodyguard, bitch, when you were going to the LGBT pride events. You can't bring you some white ICE agent niggas to go to the hood with, girl. Touch me, I'll deport you, bitch. I'm just asking questions. Get it? You got PragerU number? I'm pretty sure it's some motherfucking overset, heavy gut ass niggas, girl, that want to join ICE, girl, that don't mind going through a preliminary round with your ass by protecting you in the hood. Going to the barbershop to interview the people in the barbershop. It's just, I'm going to clock it every time because, again, your words, your perspective would be more potent if the majority of your content had this level of awareness in it. If every video that Amir has, girl, is to where it's like, girl, I can see this side because of whoop whoop de whoop whoop de woo, but I can also see this side because of whoop whoop de whoop whoop de woo. I have conversations like that all the time. There are conversations where we agree, but there are other conversations where me and the other person have a difference of opinion. And I actually like having those conversations sometimes too, because it helps me to think outside the box. It helps the iron to sharpen the iron. And I overthink, so I rather use my overthinking in a productive way to strengthen my mind so that I can control more of my thoughts and be more... What's what I'm looking for? It's slipping my tongue right now, my mind right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but slipping my mind, girl. To be more, to do it with intention and purpose. That's why I love having stimulating conversations. That's why I really don't like small talk a lot. I don't. I have social awkwardness. I don't like having shallow ass conversations. It feels fake as fuck. I hate it. That's why I say, if you're trying to talk to me and have a good conversation, nigga, be like, do you smoke? Let's smoke some shit. That's when you have real conversations. You can get deep off into stuff because when your ass is high, you're in an altered state to where your inhibitions are lowered and the truth comes out. That mask that we're all forced to wear every fucking day is slipping to where we see the truth. Motherfuckers ain't walking their truth, girl. You talking about you walking your damn truth, girl, and they got your ad. Now, you got the money to be able to have somebody come cut your hair at the house or have a safe space. And there should be more safe spaces. Hell, the barber I have right now, he ain't saying no homophobic shit, girl, but until he does, girl, he gonna cut my motherfucking hair. I would like to be able to go to a queer barbershop. Maybe I have to find one, see if there's one in Indiana. And preferably, no shade, I'd rather get my hair cut by a lesbian or a trans man. I don't know. I just felt like, hey, those would be interesting conversations that I would like to talk more about and to know more about that experience and about that way of living and being and expressing oneself. But you can't even go in a barbershop with your ring on, girl. You married, but you not proud enough to talk about your husband. Girl, when I get married, it ain't gonna be my partner. This is my husband. And I'm looking in your eye, bitch. Yeah, this is my husband. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, bitch, I dare you to say something about my husband, bitch. Because, girl, I'm going to dig off into your ass. Well, bitch, I told you this, and I knew where you was going, so I just met you at the crossroads before you got to the crossroads. Are you ready to get crossed on this road? Now, sometimes I might say my partner, but you going to know this my nigga. Now, I ain't finna overshare his ass, but you going to know I got one. Y'all going to see what it look like. And we both gonna learn some damn martial arts and some damn John Wick shit. So if you try some shit with me, bitch, you gonna get fucked up. Especially if I'm in a relationship and I'm happy and satisfied, girl. Don't play in my face, girl. Oh, well, what he won't know won't hurt him, bitch. But he will hurt me, so let me hurt you, girl. Let me punch you in your chest real quick, girl. Let me punch you in your diaphragm, bitch. Told you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Eating ain't cheating. Well, I guess we fighting because I ain't Iking, girl.
Please. I've gone through a lot. I had to leave cuts. I've been threatened. There's been a lot happening.
Damn.
But now I have the best barber in the world. Oh, Cam's the best. Cam is the best. I'll put his information here. He got a whole Instagram. He's literally the best barber. We have having deep chats when I get cut. He knows all about
Shout
this
out to
channel.
the independent barbers to get to that
gay,
shmoney.
I'm gay. We talk about different things. He asks for advice. I ask for advice. It's like so. I love that man. That is the best barber. I'm looking for him now. I'm telling him that I'm talking about him right now. He's literally the best thing that's happened to me in regards to like the black barbershop experience and how full circle it's come to now. I have a barber that I can like confide in, and like it's just a fun, wholesome time. Little do y'all know, I get my
And no shade, before you go into getting your hair cut and shit, because I need my shit cut too, no shade. That's why I got my motherfucking Erica Badu, India RE bag lady shit on my head. You know what would be a dope ass concept? And don't put it behind no paywall. Nuh-uh. Bitch, you shouldn't be people shouldn't have to pay for the truth. The truth is free. It sets you free. It should be free. It's what they do with the truth that is transformative. Share the truth. Why not the next time you get a haircut, be like, hey, yo, pimpin', would you mind being on a video? And we talk more about the black barbershop experience as far as a gay man and thing. Maybe the stories that you've heard as a traveling barber when you went to barber school. Did you see anything? Are you self-taught? Like, you can still introduce this barber who is more inclusive, who is more humanistic, and is willing to have these real-ass conversations with people. And you also get to shut people like me the fuck up by saying, shut up, bitch. I'm doing the work about interviewing a barber girl, a one that is famous, one that we didn't have videos of this nigga on private jets cutting motherfucking niggas hair, girl. Where your barber at? Let's see your fat ass. My barber is fat. Fat ass barber girl. Girl, why they always be fat? But anyway, they cut hair good. They eat good and cut the hair good. But anyway, I'm gonna put him on the platform where your barber at. Like, that's how you shut people. That's how you have someone like me like, oop, y'all, let me go live, y'all. Amir Odom just gagged us, y'all. Shit, Amir, baby, I would do my research, bitch. I had to ask Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT, bitch. How do you, bitch, make me work for it, girl? That would be a dope ass concept. And you can make money off of it. And you will be speaking and being more consistent about being more in the middle, because you're more so right than in the middle. This is more so middle content, girl. So this is more that purple content. Like, mix the shit together, girl, and show us what it looks like. We're going to see if he does that. We're going to see if he does that. We're going to see if he does that.
my haircut a lot. I get my haircut probably like once every 10 days. Hence why I have on a hat right now. Because it's like one of my ancestors that's running in the fields that has an appointment with Harriet Tubman at 9 p.m. tonight to go running.
Now, hold on. Now, when I heard this the first time, something in my spirit say, hold on, Pippin. Wait, bitch. Stop the music. Stop it. Pause. Let me light my shit real quick. Hold on. You sat here, and even though I know it was an analogy, girl, and it was a joke, girl, just like a white person saying the N-word, girl, we don't know you like that. We don't know you that well for you to say that shit to us. You sat up here and said that you look like a runaway slave that was running late to connect with Harriet to get the fuck up off the plantation. Nigga, no shade. From my perspective, you don't get to say that. And I don't say nothing about it. You don't get to bring up Harriet Tubman's name as if though you would be one of the ones that would successfully make it from the South to the North. We all know which type of nigga you would be if you were in contact with Harriet. And newsflash, it's not the one that made it to the North. I'll let y'all imagination decide what that actually is.
Okay, I'm looking a little scraggly under here, so the hat is on. I'm just leaving that there. But this black barbershop experience, you used to hate it because that was like the epitome of like peak masculinity and like homophobia wrapped up in there. You be sitting there and I'll be talking, I'm sweating bullets. They all talking about women and sex and this and that, and they going down asking people in the chair what they thoughts are. I'm having to like cut on like a Jamal voice, like, you know, what's good, fam? No, I don't any bitches like that. I'm blood, I'm straight twin, That it is what it is, yeah.
Lesbians. Girl, did that sound? Do y'all feel like that sold? Girl. Hey guys. Girl, you sound like Caitlyn Jenner. Hi guys. Hey. Did they survive?
And gay men do not experience homophobia in the same way. Like, I realized that last night.
And before she even gets to going, I don't know what she's about to say, but I know for a fact, lesbians, like the alpha black men, when it comes to like a lesbian, like a stud, like this, oh, they're fine with it. Cause like, it's like, oh, just another nigga. Like, it's cool. Like, you a lesbian, you chill. But let a gay dude come around, oh, they move different, they act different. I always thought that was so interesting, seeing how in the black community, how studs were treated versus gay men. It was so fascinating to me how like the studs got a free pass from the men, but not the gay dudes. But what are they about to say?
So I went out last night. I went out with this beautiful girl. She had on a nice, beautiful dress. I'm obviously a stud. She's a femme. So when I got out to hug her, there were guys on the side of the street and they're like, woo, woo, hug her, kiss her. Now, I pay no attention to it because the amount of times I've been in spaces where men are like, whoop, whoop, like, you know, like eyeing and, oh my gosh, like kiss her. I can't count on two hands. So what I realized is the homophobia that lesbians often face is the invalidation of us being like lesbians. A man is usually like, oh, you just haven't experienced the right man. You just haven't gone through this. You haven't met me. Like, he's just going to be the savior and just be this perfect, amazing man, which is a delusional train of thought. Or it's like a over-sexualization where it's like they have some fantasy where it's like, kiss her.
Because they want to see two girls kiss. Because it's two girls, it's a pass. Like, lesbians always get the pass. And I guess because, like, men like women. So seeing two women get together, they really like that. But it's just like all of a sudden, because it's a gay dude, you're like, oh, get away from me. I don't want to, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't nobody want your butt.
Where they think that it's gonna lead up to some, like, you know, like cornball movie where it's like the three of us together. That is not realistic. This is not the real world. Where gay men experience homophobic and homophobia, like in like hatred and bullying and like anger. Like, men are usually like very like upset. Like, it's just completely different. Like the levels that we experience. I think when men realize that they don't have access to lesbians, like the lack of access is when their anger starts to come out about the fact that we are lesbians. But if we allow them to invalidate us and we're like, oh my gosh, and or over sexualize us, then they think it's all fun and games and friendly.
It's very interesting. That's be sure to subscribe, because that can branch out on that. That's a whole video in itself, talking about the different experiences that lesbians face versus gay men, because it is completely two different worlds, even though we're both gay. It's very interesting how society treats us too, and how we're different, even between like the stud lesbians versus like the very feminine lesbians, and flip-flop that to the mass. I'm so childish. That
hold on. And I get that in a sense, but it's like, it's interesting because when you talked about that one kids cartoon where their fucking kung fu teacher, karate teacher girl was getting married to his husband, and they had this big butch lesbian ass woman come through to pick some heavy shit the fuck up. You had a problem with that. Well, why is it that with the butch ones or the stud ones, it's a problem? Why we always gotta see them? But now you're able to like understand the nuance. This is what I mean. Like, you have these moments where it's like, okay, we can have clarity there. We can go down that road on how, again, we got to this point. But Amir, you don't. I haven't seen anything in your commentary that has. Now, it would be dope if you were, like you said, that video as far as, well, maybe I should make it in reference to the gay male experience versus the lesbian female experience. That would be a good video. But I wonder how many views that video would get, because, again, the purpose of your content is not to try to make sense of the gay shit. Your purpose is to make sure that the other side has talking points that they can extrapolate from what you're saying and use against the queer community. Because if what you were saying actually would, if what you were saying was actually helping the black community and the queer community, you wouldn't be called a coon as much as you were. And on top of that, you wouldn't have to worry about going to the gay club and worrying if your ass gonna walk out the damn room tonight because you opened your mouth. And allegedly it's them white twinks that want to get you. Ain't no niggas.
I hate that I just said that. That correlates to like masculine gays, how they're treated, and feminine gays too.
Yo, if you grew up black and gay, then you know one of the most heart-wrenching moments of your life, especially when you're in middle school and high school, is when you got that one. It's always that one in school.
Always.
Can I
ask you a question?
No.
Don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me no questions. No, I don't want. Don't shut up. Why? Oh, I'm triggered. Oh my gosh. Worst experience ever. And then, ooh, shuddering. I'm literally shuddering. Walking down the hallway, minding your business, and the girls are cuddled up at the locker, and they're like, eyeing you, whatever. Can I ask you a question? No, don't ask. Shut up. Keep it down. No, you can't ask me shit.
Why? Why can't they ask you shit? You walking in your truth, you going through it for a reason, right? It's called going through it for a reason. It's called going through it for a reason. But you can transmit that you better than that, and if you just breathe like you Lily Hathaway. But now that these people can see the shit that you're hiding, so even when you hide it, even when you lie, even when you pretend, some way, somehow, the universe, just like death in the Final Destination series, girl, always seems to find its way back to where you have to confront the inevitable. And that's why, again, I say that LGBT rights, LGBT information, LGBT literature, experiences, movies, all these things are important because heterosexual people do not own all of reality. I don't care what their book says. I don't care what their anecdotal experiences says. Y'all don't own all of reality. The only reality that you own is your own. So when you have all this stuff coming out that is to help the queer youth to be able to learn to love themselves at a younger age, so they don't have to be like a lot of us having to heal a lot of shit as adults instead of trying to out here fucking it away, smoking it away, drinking it away, stress the fuck out because we don't have anything healthy that we're learning for ourselves. Just setting the next generation up to be better so that, again, they don't have to go through what we go through, because that's the purpose of this generation, to make it better for the next, correct? Since we pussies and we ain't gonna never get it done in our lifetime, girl, well, give your energy to the other motherfuckers who did. Just like Harriet Tubman, girl, didn't get to live to see a black president, girl, but she set the fucking foundation for not just the black president to be, but for any black person to be and to self-actualize in here. Baby, when the day comes that the universe sets the season, girl, for me to have influence and reach, girl, I'm going to tap on these girls' shoulders and be like, girl, now that we are colleagues, now that we are equals, now that we're in the same vicinity, girl, I would like to have a conversation publicly. We can have a private conversation, girl, behind the scenes, girl, and feel each other's character and shit out, girl, and seeing what we get ourselves into, girl. But we can also have this public conversation as well. Like I said, I've done this with Ron Fugata. Shout out to Ron. That nigga is conservative. He ain't MAGA no more because he came to his senses, but he's still conservative with certain things. Dope ass individual. No shade. He fine to me, girl. All this type of shit. But I had a conversation. And on top of that, why is all to me? The niggas that I be finding fine just be niggas who be like, girl, what? Y'all love the oppressor that much, girl? You be like, damn. You could be having some Afro Sheen shit going on, girl, but you rather go ahead with that goddamn green bean casserole, girl, with the crunchy ass green beans and the nasty ass motherfucking little, whatever that crunchy shit is, and that dog paste fucking filling on top of it that looked like old decayed flesh. Girl.
Damn. Always that one girl asking questions. Always that one girl starting something. Ain't you gay? Are you gay?
Yeah.
Always. In
Yes.
various forms of them girls. Ugh.
Yes.
I can't. What the comments say? Someone said, girl, they knew my sexuality before I did. Yup. And then someone said, and don't get mad. Yes. And then somebody said, well, don't ask me. Always hit it with that. Can I ask you a question? Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Are you gay? No. Someone said, and she ends up being your best friend until you find yourself and realize she messy. Messy. Like that meme I brought up, that one girl, messy. Can I ask you something? My heart instantly still sings to this day. Traumatized. Let me know in the comments below if this is you, if you traumatized too. And someone said, whole time I was rapping Nicki in the hallway. Yup. These are hilarious. See, y'all, it's such an interesting experience. It is. And I know some white gays probably gone through this too, but it was always that one black girl or that clique of black girls always up in your business, clocking you. Oh, he gay. You gay. You gay. Or is so-and-so gay? Or trying to pry questions. It's, triggered.
So y'all, I can understand it being funny because, like I said, I have a dark sense of humor too. And on top of that, overall, girl, it's like the saying, we're gonna look back on this and laugh. I can understand that being the case. And again, Amir has also been a victim. As much as he said he's not, there's still some trauma from that experience, this girl, that is still within him. So he's slightly victimized still, working it out. No shade, working shit out. But girl, the fact that you create content that is going to make more queer children experience exactly what the fuck you experienced, the same shit that we all laughing about, other children about to go through, that's not a laughing matter. You're able to laugh because you survived. And sometimes barely. Some of these young kids going through this next generational onslaught that we went through, some of them are not going to survive. Do not understand that a lot of LGBT hotlines are being cut, that are funded by the government, being cut. So when children or youth are dealing with queerphobia in their lives, which are, regardless of whether you black or white, it's still the same energy. No shade if we're going to be all the way honest, girl. It's like they say, when if white America gets a cold, black people have pneumonia. Because whatever they deal with, we're going to deal with more. Unfortunately, and we don't want this. This is not a self-fulfilling prophecy, girl. We want to find some sort of shaman to help release this shit. But because this keeps happening to us, now these other groups of people have the ability and the privilege to be able to point and say, no, it's them. They're causing their own harm to themselves. And if you a surface level type of bitch, you're going to believe that. But if you're an individual who says, I don't give a fuck, if it's something that I want to know, I'm going to verify for myself, which is why if I have questions, I will hop on my phone and ask to find out. And I don't be putting no prompts in to where it favors my position. I put in prompts, check my objectivity. If I'm wrong, let me know where I'm wrong at. And how can I be more objective? That's how I talk. And I've been doing this from a young age. Being a peer mediator, a person that that tries to bring resolve to conflicts. When I was getting my ass beat, when I was getting my ass jumped, when I was getting my ass snucked, when I was getting my ass tackled. No shade for some of them. It always an ugly one too. It wasn't never the fine ones, but the ones always that was trying to flirt with me on the low and ain't nobody looking. All type of shit like. And if this is something that we cannot stop, and this is just gonna happen anyway because everybody is scared to do something, because there's more of us than it is them, then what Amir could literally do is prepare those children for what they're about to encounter. Because if I was in Amir's position, I would be telling those young queer people, first of all, find you a way of self-defense. See if there's a free karate martial arts class in your area. Or hell, I got resources. I got connections. Let me use my power and my privilege to be the change that I want to see. I got motherfuckers. Can we do a nonprofit to be able to teach queer youth how to defend themselves? Can I at least donate some proceeds from this damn video that's going to go to the Trevor Project? Or the Okra Project? Or some sort of project that is helping queer people, especially queer youth? If the adults dealing with this, what the fuck you think the kids are dealing with mentally and emotionally? And again, Amir, you've been through that, which is why I can't let my foot off your neck as far as this Amir Odom persona. Cause nigga, you survived this shit. And quite honestly, if you ask me, I don't even think you fully healed from it. And that ain't from me. This is commentary from another bitch who was more spiritually inclined than me, that's able to look at motherfuckers to see what's going on, girl. And I wonder what's going to happen when that day comes. Unfortunately, there will be a day where that awareness of how you've been used and manipulated comes into play. I wonder what's going to happen in reference to your mental health and emotional health then. Now, there are plenty of people who say, girl, fuck you. I ain't going to talk to you, girl. I don't care. I had people tell me all the time, Bubs, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you watch these videos and don't pull your hair out. I don't know how you sit up here for hours and do commentary on this shit that's triggering the hell out of me to where I'm getting flashbacks about shit that happened to me. Because again, in order to change this shit, you got to go through it and learn so that you don't have to go through it again, at least in this regard. Because if this is going to be a Vine never-ending story type shit, then the story can be told a different type of way. It don't always have to end the same. If it's the same fucking play every time, bitch, don't you think it's time to improvise in this bitch? Don't you think it's time to add some new shit and remix some shit in this bitch, girl? Because if something stays stagnant, it eventually dies. A lot of people are affected in America across the board, across the fence, across all these different lines in America today because of what's happening with this current regime. And the scapegoat, the goat of the scape girl has always been queer people and black people. This is nothing new, which is why they made sure that they got Officer Tatum in line, Kundum Tatum in line, Candace Kunden girl in line, and this one, the gay version himself girl, all in line, in place, weaponized, poised, ready to be low-key the sacrificial lambs, girl. He probably don't even know who I am, and there are probably plenty of people who will just watch my shit and just come through and leave comments. Oh my God, you're a hater. Oh my God. If it wasn't for Amir, you wouldn't be getting subscribers. Amir is your bread and butter or whatever. And it's funny. It's never motherfuckers who watch my shit. See, I sit up here and watch people's shits in its entirety. I love long form content. I know people have the IQ and the fucking mental capacity of a river shrimp. I may be built like a midget, but I'm not intellectually one. I don't know everything, but goddamn it, I work this muscle every motherfucking day, which sometimes I wish I can slow it down, which is why I like weed and trying to chill and relax, because I overthink. So instead of overthinking in my thoughts, sometimes I will be productive and educate myself and research and all this. So all I'm literally doing is just being a concerned citizen in the queer community who is looking at Amir Odom in reference to his representation and what he believes is the right thing that queer people should do. And since he is doing that, and he admitted that, again, he was selected by Kundum Tatum himself, girl, during Trump's first presidency to go to the Young or Youth Black Leadership Summit with Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, and the late Kirk. And I ain't talking about from Star Trek. Okay? Since you are now a leader, you're going to have to be accountable like one. Now, if he does not know who I am, there may come a day where he does. I don't hate Amir. I don't want to fight Amir. I don't wish Amir any ill will or ill harm. It's just that since you're putting your stuff out publicly, I have a right to respond to your shit publicly as well, just to see if you're being accountable. Just like as my channel grows, if I get out here and start spreading mis and disinformation, y'all better check the fuck out of me. Y'all better be like, hold on, Buzz, hold on, Pimp, wait a minute, what about this? I'm all for that, because I don't know everything. If I say something out the way, or if I say something ignorant, educate me on that. Don't just critique. Bitch, educate. Don't just tell me what the problem is. Also, help me to come up with a fucking solution. That's what real leaders do. No shade. Don't just complain and talk about the shit, bitch. Offer up something to help somebody, so at least if you want to remain in your ego, you can say, well, bitch, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't do it. Bitch, if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for me. I'd rather you do that shit because at least you taught a bitch, and no shade, I would have no choice but to offer you that because it's objective. It's that simple. He ain't popping like that his... I don't know. Again, I am just a YouTuber who just recently hit over 1,000 subscribers earlier this year. Recently got my first YouTube check, girl, for the first time. It's probably gonna take me some more months to get more of that, girl, but I don't care, girl. This is a training phase for me. I'm more of a creator than anything, girl. I am going to be compensated for my creations because I'm spending time that I can't get back, so I'm gonna definitely get that back. But I don't know, and I'm about what I think 8, 9 subscribers away from 1,300 subscribers. Like, who knows? He may not know me. There's an opportunity we may not ever have a conversation, and I'm not contingent on us having a conversation. I'm not pressed about us not having a conversation because I can just sit up here and watch your shit and give my commentary as if though like I'm having a conversation as far as what I would respond to. He ain't never got to know me. And if he did, I don't think he would even want to talk to me because I'm not Mason in them. I would give this nigga exactly what it is that he is. Not just asking for, but looking for. And not just what he want, but what he need. And I don't mean it in an aggressive type of way. It's just the fact of now you're going to talk to somebody who isn't rehearsed. You're not going to talk to somebody. You're not talking to somebody who is not in the same camp as you, and you're gonna have to really stand on your truth. And one thing I realized, especially with some of these podcast ass niggas, is that these podcast niggas never ever want to have a conversation one-on-one. They always need cronies, they always need the goonies, they always need their homeboys and they pimpins in the background to yeah. You're already showing me who the leader of the pack is, girl. So if I take the leader of the pack out, girl, there go the whole pack. Because y'all bitches ain't shit without this individual. I've stepped into the lion's den with a bunch of motherfuckers who are very malicious, who to this day still want to put their hands on me. I don't live in a reality where it's like, oh girl, I can never be touched. I can never be attacked. It'll never happen to me. I don't ever say that. Unlike Amir, I haven't forgotten where I came from. I still remember being bullied and shit. And that is one part of me I don't want to heal. I don't want to heal that. I don't want to heal that traumatic part of me. Because if this is the world that we're going into, baby, I'm going to need a piece of that trauma to help me get through some of this shit. Because I'll be damned if you think this Pennywise clown finna come through as an adult and have the same fucking power. No. This time, baby, is 2 chops to the motherfucking throat. That was more than 2 chops, girl, but still 2 chops to the throat. When it come down to self-defense, I keep telling y'all, I don't play when it come down to that. Don't put your hands on me. Because once I let go and let God, girl, you gonna see which God I serve, girl. You ain't gonna like it. But Amir, again, your commentary produces more of the queer-phobic environments than it does trying to remedy that. because when it's you have context and nuance. I'm not a trans person. I'm not a person of trans experience, but I'm also going to stand up for my trans brothers and sisters, and I'm also going to educate myself about their basic humanity. I don't need to know all the details about SRS. I don't need to know all the details about all this stuff because that's not my experience, but I can at least respect this individual enough to honor them for who they want to be. If this bitch tell me, girl, I am part female, part tree, and my name is Sunshine. Hey, bitch, what's going on, Sunshine? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Girl, I'm gonna honor you for who you are because your reality does not affect me. Unless you are hurting me, you stealing my money, my food, you're objectively projecting yourself onto me, you're forcing me to do things that I don't want to do. I don't motherfucking care. Go be sunshine, girl. Just be a bright light. I don't care. If you a fucking furry, I don't care. If you believe you a part dog, I grew up when I was in high school with the weird niggas, girl, the drama club niggas, it was niggas who was cosplaying as werewolves. Well, go ahead. Bark at the moon, nigga. Do your thing. I don't care. Because I'm glad that you're doing it so that I don't have to. That's the beautiful part. That's the beautiful part. You ain't gotta be gay, girl. Some of the gay niggas don't even want some of you bitches that's complaining about gay shit. The opposite sex don't want some of you motherfuckers. So what makes you think that the gays got high standards? Highly unrealistic standards, bitch. You gotta be a whole AI motherfucking model to get motherfucking chosen. And even when you chosen for a moment, girl, because it's gonna always be a finer AI generation than the one you are. So even your time is limited. See, this shit's so deep, and I would love for other people to get deep with this too, so that I don't have to always be all over the fucking place, having to look at all these tangents. You think I would love to be able to have some people come in and dig off in this shit to where, okay, girl, let me shut the fuck up and let me listen. That's why I love going to CTV platform, and sometime on these past few lives, I've been quiet, not because I don't have nothing to bring to the conversation, but because I am a student. I'm always learning. I love information. And when somebody is talking that real good shit, and they're not just talking that real good shit, but walking that good shit and showing us the motherfucking flow, unlike a lot of these other bitches who are jealous and jaded, I'm going to listen so that I can apply it to my life so I can manifest my best life. It took me I'm 35 now, y'all. My birthday was June 22nd. Now, I'm still taking post-birthday donations. No shade, Cash App, $ BubzDaGawd, baby. Shout out to IG in the building. What's going on, pimping? I already got my shit. I read up. I'm off limit drop. I think it's like 30-something%. Girl, let me shut up. Let me shut up, girl. Cause I be talking. What did what's name say, girl? When he be around, I be quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again. I be talking again.
Y'all are just like so homophobic that it's kind of a different thing at this point. Like, y'all care too much about people's sexuality. It's actually concerning. Like, I don't know. It's like y'all are so concerned about people's sexuality. I can't help but assume that most of y'all, like 99% of y'all,
are gay.
Have your own issues with your sexuality, because why would you care that much?
Why do you care that much? Again, the only time I'm concerning myself with someone else's sexuality is when it's impeding on the rights of other people. For example, women in regards to like the whole trans stuff, and then also like definitions. How in my last video there was a trans woman, biological man, saying that they are a lesbian and that lesbians can be into people who have penises.
Do you identify as a lesbian?
Yes.
You only date female people?
Female as in born, assigned female at birth?
Yes.
No, I date trans women as well.
Okay, so you're bi?
No.
I push back against that because now you're changing words and definitions, and I'm not for that. We need to have a structure and a foundation of what things mean. I'll concern myself with that. I'll concern myself with if you're trying to pass laws and make sure I call you so-and-so, where I respect your pronouns. No, I don't want no part of that. And then again with the trans stuff and the children. Other than that, as a grown adult, you do you. I don't care what you're doing. But when I come...
Okay, but the example you have, let me say something to you. I don't give a fuck. If that person feel like they are a damn lesbian, I don't give a damn, because I'm not fucking them. Nor do I want to fuck them. God bless the ones who do fuck them. They are telling you what they are. You ask them what the hell they got going on. You ain't got to understand it, because it ain't yours to understand. It's a lot of shit I don't understand about shit. I don't understand why your ass is cooning this way, but goddamn it, you doing it. I have a little bit of understanding, but not the totality, the real understanding of it. Who cares? That's somebody. And at the end of the day, in the words of Miss Pearly from Friday After Next, shut up, bitch. I know somebody like it. Somebody gonna like it. For example, I am 5'2". I barely made the 5 foot. I am a real life leprechaun. A fine one at that. There are plenty of niggas who will look over me, literally, and not even give me the time of day because they fucking 7-year-old niece is taller than me. This bitch can dunk on me and she's 7. But at the same time, there are also niggas who don't give a fuck about a nigga being 5'2", bitch, because in the words of that DJ from I think it's, what's the name of that radio station, bitch, on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, girl, the nigga one, girl, I forgot what it's called, girl, with the good music and shit, girl. Oh, I know I got to run away. He said, baby, when we laying down, just fuck the vertical, girl. When we get to the horizontal mambo, girl, we the same height, baby. We the same. Don't mean shit. When your ass get wrapped up like a pretzel, bitch, fuck a height, bitch. You only tall because you standing up. Let's bend the motherfucking legs back, bitch, to your motherfucking the headboard, girl. Let's see how well you shrink. I've had niggas that was 6-something trying to get at me. You like to climb trees? I sure do. Call me MJ. And I'm not talking about Michael Jordan. Girl. Anyway, let's continue.
Come across these people who are so obsessed with gays, or straight people who are so obsessed with gay people. Oh, that's nasty. You need to do this. You need to not do this. It's like, are you good? Genuinely, are you good? Do you have your own battles that you're going through right now? Are you deep in the closet? Because there's no reason for you to be this spiteful, this hateful, this bothered. And it's always been my whole life so far, the most comfortable men, all the men that have been like so secure in their sexuality, firm in who they are the ones that can joke about being gay. They're totally fine being friends with me. They be cutting up, throwing jokes, treating me just like one of their straight friends. And
so why don't you show that? You showed us a picture of your barber. You know the gay is gonna jump on that shit to figure out his Instagram or what the fuck he was doing and shit, if they're not already following him. But at the same time, you have the opportunity to create that, to shut these hoes up. To be... Are you is the question. Because all I want for Amir to do, the reason I'm doing this commentary on this particular video, again, the title already explains that in a lot of these videos, he is right. I'm not arguing that down. But now that he's in the gray area, I'm trying to show him and y'all what context and nuance looks like once we're in the gray area. Once we're in an area where we all have made the choice to actively be in, because now we're able to understand each other. Okay, now that we understand each other, let's go to the root now, not just a symptom. We've seen people address the symptom time and time and time again, and where did it get us? Nowhere. Into a circle to where motherfuckers can infiltrate the shit so fucking easily, we can't even decipher who really for us and who not. That's why going forward, there has to be an action part of it, which is why on my end, again, my activism is not just YouTube as far as my lives. That's just for me to kind of expound more on my thoughts and give context and nuance, and to also be educated. But as far as my edited content, which again, dropping content this weekend, it's still a learning curve, girl, because I'm learning a new program, but still making it work. My activism is going to be through those gifts, those avenues. And baby, I'm already potent where I am now. I need some refining, no shade. That's why I'm glad I'm getting all this shit done at a small level. That's why I'm glad I'm going through the refining process when I only got 5 people in the motherfucking live as opposed to 500 in the live. This is a training exercise. And again, on top of that, everything working for my good. Bitch, I'm connected to a boss-ass bitch girl that is hitting on mega level shit, girl, that is showing motherfuckers. Fuck talking it, showing it, girl. Inspiring me to be like, girl, let me continue my motherfucking work, bitch. If I'm connected and chosen by this motherfucker, girl, there must be something inside of me. And it's my job to figure that out. But as I'm figuring it out and as I grow and evolve, baby, this system is going to feel it. Amir is going to feel it. Again, I have nothing against Amir. I don't know him personally to hate him. I already gave y'all the prerequisites for me to hate somebody. You have to do some crazy, heinous, unforgivable shit to me. But as far as your talking points and who it's being used by to reinforce these ideologies that are putting these bills in place in small towns and cities in America, not no big grand thing, but just setting the stage. Just choosing certain areas where we can play this out at and control the situation. But I mean, hey, Amir making that money. He making that bag. Shout out to him.
All the time I come across someone that's like gay or DL, it's typically the guy that was really homophobic. The guy that like would hit me up on the low. The guy like, ugh. It's so frustrating. It always seems to be this case where the people that are just so absorbed by it and so triggered and bothered by it, more than likely or not, are dealing with it themselves.
Like, realistically, in what world do you need to care? It's 8 billion people in the world, mind you, like hundreds of thousands of children born today.
And if anything, me being gay is leaving you more women to hit on. I'm helping you out. I'm less competition. Leave me alone.
Amongst all the other horrible, terrible, tragic things and all the other good things that are happening, so many things happen in the world. And the only thing that gets y'all engines revved up is talking about people's sexuality and specifically men's sexuality.
I love that she said specifically men because the women, the lesbians, they get a free pass. Oh, it's so hard to see two girls kiss, yada, yada, yada. But like guys, oh, it's completely different. And it even blends into the other video we talked about on how like you can be everything but gay. You can have all these other issues, all these other things going on in your life, but if you're gay, that deserves the focus, that deserves the clout. And it's just frustrating. It is. And it's so sad that this is where we're at in this day and age. And like, it makes sense how the Black community is seen as the most homophobic. It does. Let me know.
Hold on. It's sad that we are in this day and age, but like I said, you stated in your previous videos that the gays were chilling. So which one is it? Not you trying to join the quote unquote victimhood pack. Not you found the way to still I still understand you guys. Like, girl, I'm surprised that you even doing this video because we would have thought that the Republican Party or the right would have your complete fucking heart to where it's like, baby, y'all niggas missing out on that Democratic shit, on that liberal shit. Like y'all hoes is missing out. Like, girl, it's they really appreciate Black people on this side. You know, because again, Black people were Republicans during the Civil War around that time, girl. So, you know, that's what they originally were, girl. So we're getting back to our roots. Bring the Black people over. Bring the Black people over. Like, you're not. You're doing a video to try to say that you understand what the Black queer community goes through, even though, again, the majority of your commentary speaks against the Black experience or creates or strengthens the narrative about how the system views Black people and queer people. And then trying to carve a lane out for yourself as that I'm exempt. As if though these motherfuckers gonna sit up here and try to figure out if that was the case or not. Anyway, I want to come through with this live. I ain't want to be here too long. It's already 3 hours. That's it. Make sure y'all stay tuned for my next upload that will be dropping again very, very soon. Hopefully this weekend. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to add some VFX effects to kind of see what I can do with it. I'm trying to up my shit. So I'm in my creative bag, so it may take me a little moment. I want to come through with the live real quick. To not only just keep my foot on Amir's neck as far as, again, the public persona. Because, again, I don't know if he watches this video. He may never. And if he doesn't, hey, the message is greater than the messenger or whatever. But yes, I will be dropping that project. So make sure that when you subscribe to my channel, that you have the notification bell set all the way to all, so you can get all of my notifications. Okay. If you can, please make sure you hit that like button. If there's anything in this commentary that I've stated that you agree with or disagree with, you want to read me down, I don't give a fuck, girl. You have free speech. You can use my content in a way that you're trying to prove your fucking point. or whatever. Regardless of what you do, I'll give you permission. Just make sure you tag me, BubzDaGawd girl, so I know that it's real. And make sure when you critique me that you actually gonna teach them a nigga and not just critique. Okay? And if you feel compelled, you can definitely hit the Cash App, $BubzDaGawd, or PayPal, which is paypal.me/BubzDaGawd. We take everything that jingles and falls. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody who came through in the live. And until next time, everybody, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday evening. And I'll be back. Y'all. I will definitely see y'all. Peace.
I can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell. Just so you know, I'm the best in the motherfucking world.